episode 62 of the Goodfellas podcast, on G5F TV Boxing First Vlog. What's up, Blunt?
What's going on with you, little bro?
I'm good, man. We're in the building. We're just streaming two different places on YouTube, four different places. I think seven different places altogether. But yeah, man, we just here talking about boxing, bro. Another day, another topic. It's like it's a full-time job in the boxing streets, bro.
Oh man, something changing every day. Like I said, we got change in the Haney situation. We thought things was locked down, and then the clock turns and things ain't supposedly locked down. So
What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking
they
about?
saying that Cambosis ain't signed yet.
Nah, bro. I hear that, but obviously, when
But
El
and then
Dub,
look, Devin Haney already telling Eddie, Lou, and Bob, I'm taking the same thing he taking.
yeah,
So
the only reason why he would say that is if he knows something that we don't know. And when he says something, 9 times out of 10 it comes true, bro. So I have no reason to question him, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm just saying, like, even the L Dubs counterparts, the counterparts of the plug are giving us fans reason to question. And then you got people like Chris Mannix talking about that is for undisputed. And I'm like, well, hold up, bro. How is it undisputed and you have a WBC champion? Like I'm
But doesn't
confused.
Chris Mannix work for the Zone?
Again, this I'm this dude is the biggest joke in boxing currently. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not he's more of a joke than the Jake Paul, because at least I could say Paul making moves not inside the ring but outside the ring as far as the suit game and all of that. He making moves. I'm not mad at him setting that fight up with Taylor and Soriano. That's a big move right there. So, but then you got dudes that should be making them kind of moves that's not, and I'm confused. And then you got dudes like Chris Mannix saying somebody's undisputed, and it can't be true because there is a dispute. So what? Like, you're an insider, you should know these things, bro. And again, if it's not signed in stone, you didn't see, as we saw with Shakur and what we saw with Valdez, actually signing contracts. We ain't seen that yet. And as
But
active as Cambosis been, you would have thought he'd been the first one to put it out.
facts. Hit the
You
like
know what
button,
I'm
hit the
saying?
subscribe button to everyone that's in the building. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Whether you're on Blunt's channel or G5J TV's channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Adrian's in the building. What's up, Adrian? Jamie, shout out to you, bro. What's happening, boys? Who you got in the weekend fight? Khan versus Kill. Personally, bro, I'm torn, but I'm slightly leaning towards Amir Khan. But I could easily put my money on Kill. It's a 50-50 if there ever was one, to be honest.
Uh, my boxing IQ say to take Khan, but my boxing IQ also says don't take Khan. So as Shane said, man, it's a 50-50 fight, bro. I'm actually pulling for Kell Brook, but the Khan looking real good. I mean, he looking fresh. He looking 28-ish. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it's just shadow boxing, but sometimes you can still see a little something in movement, reaction. His pivot game might be problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the way he was pivoting in that that workout, that media workout, might be problems. But I don't know with his starch. I don't know if he got that starch, man. So if you can't
I,
keep
I have a
Brook
I
off
have
of
a
you,
feeling, yeah, and this is me being honest. Kell Brook has always has never had punch resistance problems, and he's fought like a fighter that doesn't have punch resistance problems. Amir Khan has always had punch resistance problems.
but
He's
he's the
always
one
had.
saying that Kale has it. That's what's funny to
But
me.
no, but this is my point. With that being said, Khan to me, he knows how to fight like he doesn't have a chin. Kell Brook doesn't. And what I saw against Terence Crawford tells me that not only is he's always been easy to hit, but he's never been chinny. And I saw someone whose punch resistance wasn't that great. With that being said, someone like Amir Khan, who's a good sharpshooter, quick hands, quick feet, and does have good accuracy with his punches, he might be able to get to Kell Brook. And with Kell Brook not having the best defense, I think You never know. I think Khan could get the better of him. I think Khan might be able to hurt
Yeah,
Kell
but
Brook.
you know one thing about guys like Khan, they get caught in between is what we gotta worry about. That he's not a
Right.
one punch killer. He's not gonna combo him out and get that first shot off and then be able to, you know, rattle off another 3-4 and get Brook out of there. It's going to take a absorbent amount of punishment. Like that's going to be round after round after round, and maybe round 7, one of those combos to get to Brook. But in between that, what's the likelihood that you're going to catch damage? That you're going to be the one that gets caught with the shot because you so comfortable, you so
If,
like, oh, I got this.
if it was just down to boxing, and if it was just down to boxing, I'd pick Khan because to me, Khan is the better boxer. But
Yeah,
Khan's got no chin, so I don't feel comfortable betting on someone who ain't got no chin and is looking to take it 12. Because at
Oh,
any time you can get hit with a shot and it'll be over for you.
what I'm gonna bet on, I'm gonna bet on this fight not going the distance. Cause what you just said gives me pause to make. Like maybe Khan can get a stoppage.
He can.
Maybe.
I believe he can. I
So
believe he can.
if you really wanna like bet and try to come out ahead on this fight without just like rolling with somebody you personally favored, I try to put a little change on this shit not going the distance, man. And you know, a lot of these websites they let you
Yeah,
bet
yeah.
around boxing in so many different ways. So all that prop bets and things like that. That's the way I roll, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
I do think
I
at
mean, you
some
just
point
pointed that
in
out, and then the video I seen kind of supports what you're saying. Like, he can probably try to grind him down in patience too. Like, don't stay on the attack too
and
long to where as though something
also,
come back.
bro, if you watch the face to face, one thing Kell Brook was really adamant about was he, to me, the impression that I got was he doesn't feel comfortable fighting at catchweight,
Who?
and Kell Brook. Kell Brook's having to make fight at
Yeah,
catchweight.
they said it's gonna be like 150, 149, 150.
Yeah, something like that. And Kell Brook didn't want to do that. So
And I heard this that it was gonna be a rehydration
yeah,
clause in that shit
exactly.
too.
That's my
That's
point. So
crazy.
with all of that in, he's normally used to coming out to 147, but rehydrating to 160, 160 something. He can't do that in this fight. So with that being said, his punch resistance might be tested again. And he hasn't fought in a year. I'm just saying, like a lot of this stuff, I'm just so inclined to go with Khan, but I don't know because Khan's got no chin.
Yeah, I mean, and we've seen him go to sleep off one shot. It don't take volume to get him. He was
Literally.
actually boxing well against Canelo.
And he just got hit with that one piece and it's over.
Man, I mean, that's the punch. When I did my little preview, I said that might be a punch that Brook might have to put into the arsenal. I said it wrong. I said it was the overhand left. I meant to say the overhand right because he
Right,
does
yeah.
orthodox. But it's a punch that I haven't seen him throw often. And most of the time, he's the shorter guy, and you would think that's a punch that would be in
You,
his arsenal.
you
But because
haven't
he's so big, he throws hooks more.
you,
But
you,
that's the punch. I'm telling you, that is the punch. That
you,
because it's a punch. The way I broke it down in my video, I hope y'all tapping into the good work I'm putting up on the channel. I foreseen it as a punch that he could actually wait on. He don't necessarily have to set it up himself because the way that Khan is circling and moving, you can actually throw it when you're anticipating his kind of back and forth circling. You know
yeah,
how you kind of
literally,
going one way and then
literally.
you about to step back because you done ran out of real estate. Catch him then and slow him down and then try to get off on him. I mean, I see ways Brook can win. Uppercut, definitely if he get inside because you dealing with a taller fighter, you can get in, shoot something straight up the middle and really pez his head, pez dispenser his head. So, I mean, it's different ways Brook can win. It's my thing is how you going to get inside without taking damage. And then
Yeah,
you want to get inside on the dude that's moving.
because if I'm Khan, bro, literally all I'm doing is using, because one thing I felt Terence Crawford done not so great in the first 2 rounds against Kell Brook was he allowed Kell Brook to be first. If Amir Khan goes out there, fights off the back foot, keeps the fight long, and he's first, pumping that jab, bam, 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 just pumping the jab. Kell Brook ain't gonna move his head off the line. So you're gonna just get scoring shots. So in order for Kell Brook to get any success, he's either gonna have to time you over the top, as Blunt's saying, and hopefully he can time you correctly and whilst you're moving, or he's gonna have to take a shot to come in, and that's what you want him to do. Because at that point, if he's gonna take a shot to come in, not only can you hit him with a good punch, but you can hit him with multiple punches because Kell Brook transitional speed isn't quick, and you got really quick hands. So that's something you can take advantage of. But Kell Brook, Amir Khan has to be first. He can't be second. He can't be trying to counter Kell.
And if I was Brook, I wouldn't, like you said, I wouldn't wait to get started. Even in this is not something I like in boxing, but I think it can work if you're in a fight and you dealing with somebody that got an absorbent amount of speed. You got to grab and punch in that section when you get that chance before the ref gets in there. You got to do some of these little subtle things to slow dudes down early. Don't wait to the 5th round. Get him in the first and try to pin him in the corner and hold on to a rope. Do something subtle. Throw an arm, throw body shots, throw something to the shoulders. Just touch him. You want to touch him. You want to make him think defensively and less offensively. So you see what I'm saying? So I mean, some of these old school tactics, they're gonna work, especially in a grudge match like this. So I'm anticipating we won't see the cleanest boxing match. That should help Brook if he does it correctly. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be dirty. Don't headbutt. Don't do the shoulder shits and all of that. But do the little subtle things. Hit with one hand. You know what I mean? Tie up at the right times. If he moving too much, reach out and just grab that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just do something different to change his offensive track. That because you can tell how he practicing. He offensive minded in this fight, bro.
Yeah, which means he's not going to be defensive, man. He's just relying on timing. And he said it in the face-to-face, which is, I know you're faster than me, but timing beats speed. That's a fact. But we know what beats timing, and that's feints. If you can feint your foot movement, feint your hand movement, you can't time me because you don't know when I'm gonna throw. So if I feint with a straight right hand, you're gonna try and overcompensate with a left hook. I just pull that right hand back, I catch you with a left hook. You see my point? Because it's a feint. Feinting with movement. You could try cut off the ring and try cut me off in the corner, but I just pivot to my right and then I spin you, kind of like what Floyd done with Ricky Hatton. You see my point? So
that's exactly the move that Khan has been working on. So I'm thinking they definitely anticipating some sort of close encounter, and the way to avoid a lot of activity in there is pivot out the side door, spin out the side door. So,
Blunt, look at this, yeah. You know, if Canelo missed that overhand right that he landed on Khan, and Khan was able to pivot to his left, Canelo's wide open, bro.
1-2.
Wide open.
1-2.
Wide open.
Would have tested his chin for sure.
Literally.
Because all his weight that and stepped to the side and shot the 1-2. Oh my God. That would have been almost like a hook.
All Canelo's weight was forward. His entire weight was moving forward. So if Khan could have pivoted or slipped that shot, that's what I'm talking about. Feinting. If you can feint and get your person to overcompensate on a punch, bro. If they miss, you hit them with any shot, they're gonna feel it because all their weight is moving towards that punch. Every single
they don't have no body mass to absorb any damage coming in. So you don't even have your natural defense where you kind of lock down when something coming at you. He won't have that because all his energy is going into that right hand coming over the top. And you're right. That's a good analyzation of that situation. But I also think feints will work for Khan. It'll work. I mean, not Khan. My bad. Feints will work for Brook because it'll help set up where you want Khan to move. So if you double jabbing in one direction or feint jab in one direction, you might get Khan to circle back. Then you could throw the overhand or catch him with a body shot or just start making the fight inside the ring where you want it to take place. So feints work on both sides for both dudes in this fight.
Do you think Kell, I'm gonna get to the comments in a second, guys. Do you think Khan is focusing too much on a single?
No, I actually don't, bro. I think he's looking at combination. I actually don't think he's looking for the KO. I think he wants to win a boxing match. Yeah, no, I'll say that again. My bad, bro.
I
I
said,
had
you think Kell Brook is looking just for a perfect single, like one good shot and it's over?
I actually think they are. I actually think that's part of the game plan. I don't know if they choosing a punch I chose for him though. You know what I mean? It could be a body shot. Even though I think Khan has put on a lot of good body mass, and I don't think he's subject to a body shot. He looks pretty fit, pretty stout. So, but that's something, you know, in the past that he's been subject to because of his thin frame. So a lot of guys might have anticipated attacking his body, but he moves so fast, he does almost take that out of the realm for you
Yeah,
offensively. You know what I'm saying? So maybe some straights to the body to slow him down. But I don't see one single that'll catch Khan that he can set up outside of an overhand. Like, I
yeah,
don't think
that's a
he can
fact.
do anything to set up a hook. He'd have to throw hooks in between Khan's punches, but he's not fast enough to catch Khan
Yeah,
in between.
and his footwork isn't good enough. If you look at
Yeah,
how Terence Crawford drops Khan in the first round, he pulls the shot, and because he's able to adjust his feet quickly, he's able to land the leading left hand in the orthodox position. Pull the shot, leading left hand, he drops. But that's because he's able to switch the stance mid motion. Whereas Kell Brook is very upright, square, fighting straight down the pipe. So you're not gonna really see the adjustments or the rotation at whether either at the hips or at the heels. You know, it's gonna be
yeah.
straight up and down.
Yeah,
So
because you're not paying attention to the body frame. You're looking at the gloves, looking at the head of your opponent. So if
yeah,
they do something tricky down low, Brook is the type of dude that won't see it. So I
yeah,
mean, again, man, the only thing like I said is to force for Brook to win, force the fight on the back foot, keep him up against the ropes, and just get chippy with it. It's a grudge match, so obviously there should be some real intensity and a grind in the fight, but it's also a possibility to see an excellent boxing match because Khan looking real spry out there, man. Looking young. You understand what I'm talking about? Looking young. So I mean, I can't wait for this one, man. There ain't no belt on the line. This got to be a crazy ass hype fight. That there's no belt, there's no ranking situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's
it
just
could
mainly
be a
because
bag. It could be a bag in the future, though. It could be a bag in the future.
I think it's mainly because we know how. Like, I don't know. You obviously in the UK, it's massive for us because this is a fight that the fans have been calling for a long time. You know,
Yeah.
before AJ was on the scene and before Fury became who Fury was, Amir
Khan
Khan
was that
and
guy. Yeah.
Khan and Kell Brook, because remember, welterweight was the division that everybody looked at because of Ricky Hatton. And these are the two dudes who took it from Ricky Hatton. We know how big Ricky Hatton's fan base was. So after Ricky Hatton, it was these two dudes. And everybody wanted to see who's the next best thing. And these
Yeah.
two dudes was always, and plus Amir Khan went to the Olympics, so he's always had the national support. So it's a case of out here, it's hotter than fish grease, bro.
Man, I ain't mad at it, bro. Because in all actuality, if I wanted to see a couple elder statesmen get it in at the stage in the careers that they at, you couldn't get a better matchup than this. I'm
That's a
sure we
fact.
could find some other ones, but we'd be hard pressed to
Yeah,
find two guys that are elder statesmen and got a look that could offer us something left. I think they both
yeah.
got enough left to offer us fans
Uh,
and us boxing media people a great freaking fight, bro.
what's so important is the fact that both dudes have enough vulnerabilities. Like, you know, if one dude aged better than the other, it would have been a case of, nah, I kind of don't want to see the fight. You see my point? Like, there's
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
certain dudes age better than other ones, and I'm like, yeah, you're kind of too long. Both of these dudes have enough vulnerabilities where the other one can win. You see my
Yeah,
point? Like,
yeah. I agree with that. That's why I said it's a 50-50 fight. You know, we all know about Khan Chin, and then we just know Brook. Brook is a grinder. He's somebody that has the ability to win and overcome some things that are a disadvantage in the fight to him. So, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say he's always been the top dog in fights that he's won. Sometimes I think he was in fights that he probably shouldn't have won, but his ability to just persevere, you know what I mean? Like, and I think he can bring that in this fight, especially if you don't like a dude. So even if you kind of behind or is not looking good from 1 to 3. I think just that desire to beat this dude or get him back in the fight. You see what I'm saying? I don't think we're going to see that sort of 12-0, 9-3 type of card. Because if you don't like that dude, you're going to keep trying throughout the whole fight. And we subject to see that one punch. I think it's the overhand right. I could be wrong, though. You understand what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but he's a hooker. So he likes that left hook. I don't know if that's the punch to get home unless he doubles up on it and leads with it. If he don't lead with it and throw it as a double, it's gonna be hard to get that home because you can get countered in a straight get home before you and get ducked up under your hook. So it's different ways to beat that hook, but if he doubles it up, he might get one or two, might get one home. But I don't know, bro. Let's do this conversation on. Hit that chat, though. Hit that chat.
Yeah, Jamie says, Khan bringing Bud over. Do you think that's mind games? I don't think that's mind games.
Nah,
I don't think that's mind games.
He just wanted to. When you the best, you tend to try to work with the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and moral support.
I get it. Whereas though, and plus, he might not have been able to train right in London. Yes, you know what I'm saying, with all the hoopla around the fight, I think getting away, it was a good thing for this particular fight. I think that.
And also, Bo Mac is his trainer, so to me, I just feel like it's a case of who is better to formulate a game plan than the person who just beat Kell Brook. You see my point? You know, he's gonna be someone who can formulate a game plan, and not only that, Bo Mac knows your strengths because Bo Mac has done tape on you because Terence Crawford has
formulated a game plan to beat you. Yeah.
So
Bo Mac's a good strategist. I give you that.
Vlog, that's a good bet. The fight not lasting 12. Yeah, that's a fantastic bet. I mean, I think that's a bet that I would. What's the odds on that? If what's the odds on that?
I try to look it up while we chatting. Go ahead, keep tapping in. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick.
Timing beats speed for me. I got to favor Kel to win this one. Can't get caught for me. I hear you. But as I said, fainting beats us timing. Trust me. Fainting.
But that ain't now, if you look back, that's not something that Khan has done a lot through his career. He depends on his speed. Yeah. I don't know if he's been the greatest fainter.
He's never really fainted in his career.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he depends on his speed to get home. He doesn't set things up.
Fainting isn't something that is hard to learn, though. It's not something that's hard to learn.
Just like getting your head off the line is something that's not hard to learn. Bobbing and weaving is muscle memory. You can't get that as late in the game as you think it is. But just tilting your head, that shit is freaking easy. And we do not see none of these dudes adjust throughout a fight. And they're the ones getting hit. And you think they moved their freaking head off the line. But, I mean, some things it's just freaking hard to learn in boxing, I guess, man. Some dudes is hard-headed as an anvil. But let me look that up, though, and try to see what we talking about on a little payday for that.
Those in the chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, go over to Boxing First Vlog and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button over there also. I mean, this live, we were supposed to be talking about Thurman Barrios. We'll still talk about that in a second, but the chat was talking about Khan and Brook, so that's what we're going to be talking about right now. But yeah, hit the like button, the subscribe button. What's the odds on it, Blunt? You ain't found it?
It's coming up, bro. Right now, they got Khan. Damn, they got Brook favored. Minus 174, Khan plus 120, 136. Let me go to the other props. More fights. No, they don't want more fights. Yeah, let me go see what they got on some other props. To win in 60 seconds. They got all kind of bets on here. To win in 60 seconds, they got bets for the knockdown.
To win in 60 seconds. I mean, that's possible with Amir Khan.
No, he ain't. Man, that dude ain't fast enough to catch him in 60 seconds, bro. I doubt that very seriously. Let me see if I can pull up some other stuff on this, John, man. Man, ain't nothing else coming up. What the hell? Just give me a second. Y'all know I ain't that good with this technology. And plus, this shit hella slow, man. Let me see. Alternative bets, total rounds, win with a fight in, complete knockdowns. No, they ain't got nothing on that one yet. Method of victory. Here we go. All right, Brook by points is a plus 390. Brook by TKO plus 125. Draw plus 1700.
I don't see it going 12, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see it going 12. So if you bet on either to end the fight, it's plus. It's positive for Khan to get a TKO was plus 330, and for
Khan to get so for if Khan wins by stoppage is plus.
It's plus
That's
330.
actually not a bad bet, bro. That's actually not a bad.
Actually like Brook that get the stoppage. The way the numbers look, because Brook to get the
stoppage.
Well,
that's because of Khan's punch resilience, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. How can you question a dude's punch resistance when your chin is pure glass? So I don't understand the scenario of you even bringing that up as a factor in this fight. Punch resistance, and you've been flatlined like where motherfuckers was worried about you, bro.
I heard that, but I do get Khan's point though, which is he knows how to fight without a chin. His whole career he's never had a chin. Kell Brook has always had good punch resilience up until recently. And in his recent fights, he's never been able to fight like a fighter who's protecting his chin. He's always been
shit. Okay, here we go. I got it. Kell is plus 160 to go the distance and minus 210 not to go the distance. So everybody kind of leaning the way I was leaning, or at least the book odds makers are, that it ain't going the distance. Somebody going to sleep. And it's a 50 fight on who can go to sleep too. Now y'all bring up this punch resistance aspect. It's just easier for one dude and harder for the other dude. It's harder for Khan to get the stoppage because he got to grind him out. It's easier for Brook to get the stoppage because, shit, you just need a lucky punch. You don't even got to set shit up with Khan.
Literally.
You know what I'm talking about? So,
you just got to throw shit on the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, this shit, I might lay a little bit of coin all over the place on this one.
Padman, shout out to Padman, bro. Padman McGriff, he said, what up, fella? Shout out to you, bro. He says, Kell Brook is going to destroy him. I would say second or third knockout. What you think, guys? Personally, I'm torn right now, bro. I'm not going to lie, because I do see a way where Khan can win this fight, bro. I do think Khan can potentially win this fight. Shout out to Toby.
I gotta disagree with you on that on the round. Now I can see your understanding of the stoppage. I just think that's kind of early with a guy that's still moving the way Khan is. You know what I'm saying? And Brook, unless you coming right after Brook, it might take him a little bit to track him down. So I doubt if 3 may be it. Not saying you wrong, but just my analyzation of it.
I actually see Kell Brook getting hurt in this fight. Even if he wins by a stoppage, I see Kell Brook getting hurt in this fight. I just think his pride. I think Kell Brook is gonna be a hard guy to stop because, in my opinion, bro, Kell Brook, he's gonna have so much pride in this fight. Khan does it. Once you hit him with a good shot, it's over.
So basically, you saying the corner gonna have to stop it for Brook?
Oh, bro, that's a fact. He'll die in that ring, bro. There's no way. He's got, bro. You see how he lost to Crawford, where he lost standing up on his feet? That ain't happening. Yeah. He died, bro. He will die before he loses this fight, bro. You're forgetting. He hates Khan. He literally hates Khan.
I get it. I know they had the back and forth over the years. I've seen different little clips of innuendo shot back and forth.
This is where you're gonna see the most heart from Kell Brook. You're gonna see the most heart for it. Like Kell Brook is gonna show ridiculous. Like he will do whatever it takes to win this fight. All I'm saying is, if Kell Brook doesn't win this fight, he's on suicide watch.
Yeah. Oh man. We know retirement is definitely you know what I'm saying, where he gonna be looking for after a loss against Brook. He might not even be on social media, nothing. Like that might be that devastating to this dude where he on his Deontay Wilder hiatus type of shit. Gotta go into the mountains and meditate after losing a Christian arch rival like that. That shit, it could mess with your brain a little bit, bro. I don't think it'll mess with his warrior spirit, like he ain't a good boxer.
You know what it is, bro? I'll tell you what it is, bro. You know when, because to me, in their prime, Khan loses to Kell Brook. So Kell Brook would be thinking, if I ever caught this dude in my prime, I would have destroyed him. I would have
Yeah,
knocked him out.
see, there you go. That's a good way to analyze it. So taking a loss late would affect them a little bit more. Because at least back then you could kind of say, well, let me get that get back. Let me get a rematch.
Yeah.
At this point in their careers, it's not going to be a trilogy or, you know what I mean, a do-over. So,
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. What's going on, G5, man? It's good to see you in the building. I see you late as usual and everything, but, you know, it's all
What'd you say?
good. You know,
What'd you say?
I said you late as usual.
Hey, man, I called this one, though. Man. Big shout out to Shane, man. Big shout out to Boxing First Vlog, man.
Toby says money on Brook. All right, cool. I respect that. Yo, my people, shout out to Dwayne. Dwayne says 2 glass chins ain't going the distance. That's a fact.
I don't know about Brook having a glass chin, bro. He got a porcelain chin. You gonna have to chip that way. You know what I mean? You gotta drop it a couple times and then it'll break. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I hear you.
That champagne glass chin your boy got. That shit gonna break on the carpet. What's going on, man? I'm just saying, bro. One chin, I think, is definitely
come on, bro.
Or more fragile than the other.
Come on, bro. As soon as I come in the door, man.
Come on, you know me, man. Timestamp that one, man. Timestamp.
I swear
31 minutes.
I swear on my life.
31 minutes.
Blunt is literally the best at what he does. He is the best, bro. That's why I call him Blunt. He is the best, bro.
Bro, I just be trying to put it together for the people to understand and maybe give them a visual, you know what I'm saying, picture of the scenario we discussing. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about we don't all had the thick coffee cups, you know, the porcelain joint. You might get a drop on that joint, get a little chip on the side, you know, a little crack, but it's still
That's actually a perfect.
You can't do that with that fine glass that you sipping the champagne and the top notch wine out of. You know this. So,
bro, that's a perfect analogy, bro, because if you think about it, Kell Brook is more of a wear and tear type. Dude, even when Terence Crawford stopped him, he didn't knock him out clean. When Errol Spence stopped him, didn't knock him out clean. Golovkin, who's a significantly bigger puncher than Khan. I think all of them are bigger punchers than Khan. They didn't stop him clean. So the problem with this is Kell Brook ain't going to get knocked out clean. And then you're relying on Kell Brook to almost quit, like how he done in the Errol Spence fight and the Crawford fight. He ain't quitting against Khan, bro. I put it on my life. He ain't quitting against Khan. He will die. If he's got 2 eye sockets dislocated, he's going blind before he quits this fight. So
let me get G5 in here with a quick question. What's the bag looking like for these two dudes now that they don't waited so long? Is it more money now or less money?
Oh, it's less money now.
It's less money. Yeah, it's less money now. It's still a nice bag for them.
No, they're getting some nice.
They're getting nice change. Nice change.
They're probably both getting somewhere between 2 million, 2 to 3 million a piece.
So 6 figures. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Is it 50? No, 60-40.
60. Khan getting 60?
Of course, Khan's got a bigger jaw. Khan's a bigger jaw than Kell Brook.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. Everybody want to see you get knocked out for the 6th time, so maybe you are the bigger draw for that reason.
I told you, bro. In the UK, bro, like once people support you, they support you throughout their whole career. Some like Frank.
Yeah, I can see that because I didn't hear no boos in that cash fight. I didn't hear no boos, so you could tell there wasn't no real fans. Real boxing fans would have been like, "Fuck that, boo!" Because
look at Frank Bruno, bro. Frank Bruno sold more tickets than Lennox Lewis. He was nowhere near a better fighter than Lennox Lewis. He just sold more tickets because when they support you, they support you. AJ sells more tickets than Fury. Yeah. Just when they support you, they support you.
Well, I got y'all both here, man. I know it's a topic that y'all went over, but I missed the live. You know, my schedule changed and everything. But I heard. And I'm leaning to think that Ashley's Corner's feeling the same way, that there's something to this boy. What's his name? Blair Bob calling out the homie Boots. That's cat, bro. that's like a baby mama move, bro.
One second. Toby wants the link. Hit Toby with a link, bro.
No,
right,
let me finish my conversation.
No,
what I was
continue,
talking about, because I'm
No,
trying to
continue.
give
After
y'all
we
the
get done
business
this,
right
I'll
now.
shoot on the link.
No, I'm not saying now. I'm not saying now.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot it to him. I got you.
Listen, bro. Y'all two sound like y'all was supporting that move, acting as if that was a big fight somehow, some way. I think that's disrespectful, because you're talking about a dude that's one step away from a title shot.
Did you watch the live, Blunt?
Yeah, I watched it live, bro.
So
I wouldn't be upset with the way y'all was leaning.
Bro, the way you're speaking like you didn't watch it.
I'm being misquoted, man.
Because
I said the way y'all was leaning. It seemed in y'all conversation that y'all was leaning as if that's you know what I mean, it's cool for him to do that. Like,
and I will explain my premise behind this. I said Boots he said this himself, so has his dad. He has been ducked several times. Many fighters have ducked him. So it is refreshing to see someone call him out. It's refreshing to see that.
Not somebody that's not on your level. Why you not calling out Paul Crow? Why you not calling out Crowley, Crawler or Crowley? Somebody of that ilk. Why you ain't even call out the dude San Martina Maria?
What's I heard what you're saying, bro. But
like, call out somebody that's more on your level, bro. Don't call out a dude that you obviously can't beat.
So you're telling me you don't find it refreshing that someone's not scared to get into the ring with Boots?
Not a dude that's not on his level.
So you don't find it refreshing?
Saying something, I get it. I can see Porter being a vet, being a dude that, you know, might still think he
The reason why I'm saying that what you're saying is unfair is because here's a man who's doing what we as boxing fans ask our fighters to do, which is be brave, be courageous, and have ambition. And that's what he's doing. In my opinion, bro, if we can make this argument with literally nearly every fighter that goes up against an elite fighter, if that's the case, then we shouldn't encourage people to fight Bud or Boots or Spence, because no one's on their level. No one is on that level. So nobody should fight them.
I'm not saying don't call out. That's part of the sport. That's part of the new wave in social media, the chippiness, the back and forth. We all entertained by it. But you're calling out somebody that's not on the same freeway you on, bro. Y'all ain't on the same freeway, bro. So you yelling in the traffic and this dude can't hear you, bro.
But is it not refreshing to see someone actually willing to get in the ring with him? I'm just glad that someone is willing.
Obviously, it's been 28 other people willing to get in the ring. They all came out on the bad end of the situation, but there is people that's willing to get in.
How much of them have a better name, bigger name than Cole?
G5 got his hand up.
I just have a question.
Go ahead.
Vlog, where would Blair Cobbs be on Boots' resume?
Beneath, probably right now with the traction he got from this situation, probably in the top 10 of people on his resume.
Nigga said top 10.
I mean, y'all saying he don't have the best resume, so I'm trying to give dude at least he's a known prospective sort of fighter that people are saying that if he did get the win or when he
can you name 10 fighters can you name 9 fighters that are above Blair Cobbs in Boots' resume? I can only name 2. Potentially.
That's what I said. I'm just putting them in there. You could put him at whatever in that top 10 that you want. I put him under Stan Jonas. I put him under Delorme because they're more accomplished on the veteran side of the game.
Why you mentioned Stan Jonas?
You ain't for Stan Jonas.
Not Stan Jonas. I meant
Lipinius.
Yeah, I ain't mean Stan Jonas. My bad. I meant Liponius. But yeah, I would put him. But he's recognizable, bro. But accomplished wise, and then you not in that top 10. If you inside that top 10, I get it, bro.
The reason why I asked this question is because I can make the argument if Boots fights Blair Cobb. Let me clarify what I said yesterday, just to make it clear. I said that Boots has title business he got to handle. I definitely said that Blair Cobb shouldn't get in the way of him handling his title business. That's off top. You from Philly, just like I'm from Philly. It don't matter what level a dude is on, man. When a dude talking like that, we usually handle situations like that.
Bro, I'm gonna come back in 5 minutes.
No problem. We usually handle that at some point. He obviously he shouldn't handle it right now because he got other business to handle. I didn't have a problem with it only because it's just a lot of. I mean, if Blair Cobb is not the one calling him out, like who was qualified to call him out?
Nobody qualified to call him out, bro. Nobody.
So if nobody's qualified to call him out, it almost makes it seem like he's exempt from competition.
I mean, at this stage, bro.
But he hasn't accomplished anything, though. He hasn't accomplished anything.
Yeah, the accomplishment is the duck. That's the accomplishment to me. You know what I mean? Like him and Haney. Oh my God, they gotta be the greatest fighters of this year.
We need people like Cobbs. We need people like him to call them dudes out because
I would appreciate it more if the young Ramos nephew did it. I you know what I mean? Somebody at least that's more recognizable for being on the big stage. You know what I mean? Got a bigger pull behind his name. I think got much more support from the PBC platform than does a Kroll who's still fighting on I don't know, who was it? RDR and them still fighting under them.
Yeah, but they usually go from that platform to PBC. So
I know I get it, but that's what I'm saying. Like then there's levels. Call out somebody that's right underneath him to get to him.
That's the thing. No, I hear you, but Boots, as much as special as Boots is, he still hasn't accomplished anything. He's not exempt from whipping. Listen, bro. All I'm saying, bro, if he fights Blair Cobbs, we can argue that Lipinets is the better fighter. We can argue that Delorme is the better fighter than Blair Cobbs.
Right now, I think he's better than Delorme physically.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that physically he's better than both of those guys physically. That would literally be Boots' best opponent on his resume.
I mean, I guess
I'm just saying.
I just don't like it because again, unless they came to you and was like, yo, we need a fight, whoop-de-whoop, and then you know, doing what you do to promote yourself and get yourself on the map, so to speak, I can get it. But I just think it's, I don't know, man.
The thing is, I can see if Boots was the cash cow when he was doing this, then I can kind of lean where you're going.
It's the same thing for a hardcore. He wants the respect of the hardcores. He's not worrying about trying to be Ryan Garcia at this point in time and be this social media king.
But there's a lot of people he can call out outside of Boots, and it's less dangerous. Can we agree on that?
Oh, for sure. But
so that's why I respect.
Like I said, we are Philly dudes. You know what I'm saying?
We usually for the people that's not from the.
I'm gonna just put it. Yeah, we hard headed.
The people that's not from Philly, let the people know. Like we usually handle stuff like that, right?
Yeah. You know, it get personal. But as you said, I rock with Boots heavy on social media. He tweets from time to time, and you know, he not a trash talker like that. And he never even replied. I haven't seen anything from anybody or him or IG or anything. So I you know, shot across the bow, right back at old boy. Like, I don't even see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, and listen, if that's how he want to play it, I respect that. If that's how you want to play it, I respect that. I respect it from both. I respect it from both ends. If he feel like Blair Cobb's not on his level, then you know that's just it. It is what it is. Toby, where am I sending this link to? I kind of don't want to put it in the chat. You know what? I'll put it in the chat. Whoever, if somebody try to get in, I just won't let them in.
Well, I think somebody disliked my position on the boot situation. I was mad I couldn't get in, bro. And somebody was commenting on my damn top 10, my top 5 and shit. And I'm like, I want to ask this: can you have guys that's not champions in your top 5? Is that plausible? Was that an acceptable list?
Yeah, because you can not be a technical champion and still be the man.
All right, well, yeah, then I think that my list is decent. My list is respectful.
What was the list?
Remember when y'all went in? Well, y'all wasn't really going in. Somebody had commented, I think it was Edwin, about me kind of not having Canelo at the top of my list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But my back end, y'all know my top 3, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Taylor, Usyk, and obviously your boy. But my back end is no belt holders. I got Benavidez and Boots pulling up the back end.
Yeah,
and I slightly edge Benavidez just because he's a bigger dude. Just on that reason alone, I edge him on the pound for pound on my particular list. But that's my top 5 right there.
Okay. Fair enough. Toby agreed Kell Brook cannot lose this fight. Yeah, neither one of them. Whoever loses this fight, they probably gonna be hurt real bad. Kell doesn't have a glass chin.
This fight to me plays out. I'm looking down the road. To me, this is a Kell Brook, Garcia, Kell Brook, Thurman. I see some PBC action for this dude after this fight because I think he's going to win.
You think Brook going to win the fight?
Yeah, I actually think it's going the distance, and I think Brook going to win. That's the way I'm betting it on the site. So anybody that's rocking with us, definitely go to g5jefftv.com. Mm-hmm. Get in on the last part of this season's prediction league, but the new one's starting up fresh. So that way you can get a couple wins under your belt, come into the new season.
Get used to it.
Yeah, you feel me? Get used to it. Tap in, man. Join that prediction league, man. G5 always making the pot. You know what I'm saying?
That third season pot gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Toby, I'm just gonna put it in the chat in a second, bro. Toby, yeah, you got the link. Dwex, what's going on with you, player? You becoming a regular up in this joint. Adrian, but don't you want more boxers to have that kind of confidence? Yeah, that's for you, vlog.
Again, bro, I think the timing was off. That's all I that's my real gripe about it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if he was actually 2 fights back or right before the Delorme fight when it first came out that he was, kind of bringing up Boots' name, I kind of get it then. But now he's, in this mandatory situation and things like that. Shit, even wait for the fight to be over. Like something like that.
I got a question.
I think the timing.
I actually got a question.
Talk to me,
Boots' name is fish grease hot in these streets right now. You think PBC can get away with a Boots Blair Kyle's pay-per-view?
No. Why? Because Blair Cobb don't have the name. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at least when they gave us the pay-per-view with Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz, both of them dudes kind of had a sense of being recognizable. Now it was up to the fans whether they want to pay for that shit.
The only reason I asked that question, bro, is because of the numbers that came out for Thurman and Barrios.
I know we was gonna get into that, and
we can hold off on that. I'll wait till Shane get back in here.
We missed you on the Brook Con joint anyway. So Shane.
Okay, so let me get L Dub the plug, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Yo, you know the thing. Hold on, I gotta get this message.
Hey man, great work on that last video you did, L Dub, man. I did not even peep that Russian dude was fighting again. I had him on my prospects for 2022. The big Russian dude, he fighting on that Linares and them card.
Let me tell you how crazy L Dub is, right? And then I got a comment for L Dub, and then I'm gonna let Toby up in this joint. So L-Dub hit me, right? He said, yo, said I got a couple pressers for some Philly fights or whatever. So just to make a long story short, L-Dub told one of the guys that works here in Philly that one of the fighters on the Philly card was off the card. The Philly dude ain't even know it. And he works for the company that's holding the fight. That's how tapped in. That's how tapped in he is. Dub, I got people hitting my line crazy, asking me about the whole Kambosos and Lomachenko thing. They like, who's your source? Who's your source? I said, bro, my source is the best in the business. And I'm like, because it's not named Mike Coppinger or Fight Hype or whatever, you're not going to respect it. I said, but come holler at me when that shit is signed, sealed, and delivered. And give me my flowers so I can give it to L-Dub. Facts.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. Toby, if Canelo never failed the PED's test, would Canelo be pound for pound for you, Vlog?
No. And for one reason, he did not look peakish to me against Plant. What happened took too long.
He's not on your pound for pound list at all?
Yeah, I got him at number 3.
Yeah, that's what he asked. Yeah, that's what he asked.
I told you I didn't have him tops because of the past joint. I can't never have you number 1. I can recognize what you're doing and recognize that you being undisputed, you have to be ranked on the top 5 pound for pound. Now, me dropping you down is based on your performance. You came up clean. So I'm not knocking you, but your performance didn't look elite. I thought the opponent helped you more than you did the damage and grind him out. You know what I'm saying? The opponent's running and all of that bicycle shit he was on, it tired him out, and he was there to be caught. So you know what I mean? I'm not saying I can't really, just that right there, I don't have him at the tippy top, but he does honestly have all the belts. Him and Taylor, won it inside the ring, obviously. But I think Usyk is a better boxer right now, and I got Usyk at number 2. I think Taylor is the better boxer. But hopefully, I see him starting to make strong moves again and not start piling up these cupcakes. I understand, you giving the champ a little barroom brawl real quick. You know what I'm saying? Make him look good for his lady. But I hope he makes a move at 147. I'm actually not mad if he gets the winner of Conor Brook at 147.
He will beat the dog shit out of either one of them dudes, yo.
I'm just at 147.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying that'll be a nice fight. They keep that bag over there the way they've been doing what they've been doing.
That's really the only thing they could really offer him at 147. To be honest with you, my personal opinion, I think Josh Taylor should stay at 140.
But isn't he going through the wash again at 140? Would he be going through the wash again, or would you think somebody like?
No, I think he could literally be, if he stayed at 140, he could literally offer unification fights to Devin Haney. He can offer it to Tank. He can offer it to Teofimo, and he won't have no political issues getting those fights, except for Tank. But at 147, he can't do anything at 147. My guy, Toby, in the building. What is going on, good brother? Can you hear me? You hear me? You on mute, bro?
No, I'm good. I'm on not on mute anymore.
Okay, yeah. What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Hold on, before we get started, congratulations, and for what? Congratulations. Yeah. We ain't gonna put the business out there in the street, but congratulations to you. Bro, get in here, man. You got the floor, baby. What's up?
Oh, no, I'm just having a look at the current news at the moment, having a look at the George Kambosos Lomachenko supposedly write-up, and now Devin Haney's kind of scrapping, saying he'll take exactly the same money. And I honestly think it shouldn't have been about money in the first place. And I want to hear what your thoughts are on those two fights as well.
I personally, I think he loses to both guys. I think Kambosos loses to Loma and he loses to Devin Haney. I think Loma on his A game, he would get embarrassed I think Devin Haney on his A game, it could possibly be an 8-4 fight if Haney's on his A game.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me get in here.
Go ahead.
That's the reason why they going with Lomachenko. Is because there's a rematch clause.
There's a rematch clause.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Rematch clause. Correct. So the first fight, this one could go down out here in Vegas somewhere, whatever. The rematch is supposed to be set up for Australia because by then they'll be having more of the mandate changes going on down there where they supposed to be laxing on a lot of the movement and everything. So I think that has a lot to do with the holdup in the negotiation because you're still dealing with the way the politicians are moving the country too. They ain't just like, oh, ain't no more, carnivorous virus because y'all want to put a boxing match on. You see what I'm saying? So these people, I think the fans aren't thinking about that part of what's going on too. So you set it up from what I read. That's what I read. I'm not saying this is true, but what I read is that's the way it's leaning on why Loma and them took the lead because they're somebody that, wanted to, all right, I'm with the rematch. And look, a rematch actually helps Lomachenko because it doesn't put him back in deep waters once he's the champ.
That's right. If you're the champ, that's a great point, actually. That's a great point.
It's me, baby.
I know. That's a great point because if Lomachenko, he's getting the fight. Like, he's going to get the fight. And if he's tied into a basically an immediate rematch, what's going to happen is Devin Haney's still left out in the cold. He can't say anything because it's an immediate rematch. So he's tied into Kambosos basically for 2 fights. That's 2 big bags. Then I'm pretty sure Bob Aaron's probably going to throw him another bag after the second loss. And then they can address Devin Haney. You don't know what's going to happen with Devin Haney after that. He can't wait the whole time. He's going to have to fight like once or twice.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, who's he going to match himself up against? I think it's obviously one of the biggest missed opportunities in boxing because I think someone wrote it down. Like, what are you doing? You should have bought the legacy, got the titles, and then once you got the titles, worried about your payday then. And
I don't think.
Toby, answer me this real quick, Toby. What's your feelings on people saying that he's undisputed? How do you see that scenario right now?
That's a difficult one. No, I don't think George is undisputed. You can't just give Haney a title, a world champion title like that, and not call him a champion. Like, the franchise whole situation, I think, was an absolute shambles. Shouldn't have existed. Putting Lomachenko as a franchise champion and everything like that, I respect him for all of his abilities and everything along those lines, but he should have just stayed as a world champion. The whole franchise champion is a fraud among boxing.
I will say this though, because I do not feel like it's Devin Haney's fault at all. I don't think it's a money thing. At all. I personally believe, and for one, I said this yesterday, my respect for Kambosos has dropped drastically. Like, I thought this guy was because to me, I thought he would have had a bit of ambition and thought, I can win this fight. He shouldn't even be thinking about losing. I guess his management team have to think about the back end and implications and stuff like that.
Nah, bro. This is where we had a little. This is now told after I say my spiel that you can, as a man, speak up for this situation. If you're in Kambosos and you've never been a highly paid athlete, now you're on this stage. Aren't you wanting to put yourself in a position where you're compensated as best as possible, knowing you're gonna lose?
But you shouldn't think about losing.
Can I add this question?
All right, shouldn't you be honest with yourself?
Vlog. No, I agree.
Don't
I actually agree with
as undisputed then. If that's the case, bro, if you feel like you're gonna lose, you can't masquerade and act like you're undisputed because you think you're gonna lose.
But Shane,
I don't.
Go ahead, Toby. Go ahead.
I don't think George thinks he's gonna lose.
Why
I just think he knows that there's the chance he's gonna lose. He knows very well.
All right. There you go.
Can I ask you a question, bro?
Better way to word it.
Can I ask you a question, bro?
Yeah.
When Terence Crawford fights, or when Usyk fights, when do they have rematch clauses?
Well, I couldn't answer that. Sorry, I couldn't answer that for each of their matches, but you can answer it, I'm sure.
Usyk has never had a rematch clause in his contract. You want to know why? Because he knows he's going to win. He knows.
He had a rematch clause in his contract.
Hey, Shay. Shay, you really going to
He had a rematch clause in his contract.
No, he didn't. It was AJ. It wasn't him. It was AJ, bro.
AJ had the rematch clause.
Shay,
okay, but he accepted it, so it worked in his favor.
Hold on.
That's the same thing.
Double
If you
pay
signed
No,
to
but
it,
he didn't have a rematch clause in place if he lost. He had a rematch clause in place if he won, because he knows he's not going to lose.
Shane, listen. You tried a fast one, and I know I'm tired, but I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Now, vlog, Toby, we're all historians here, right? Everybody knows when you're the champ, you have the right to negotiate a rematch clause. That is smart business. Am I correct?
Yep.
Shane says what he says because of two things. Number one, his number one and only goal is undisputed. And number two, he can't stand rematches. So he is extremely biased when he says that opinion. Shane, am I correct?
That's a fact.
Thank you.
What I want to say to Shane about the rematch, no, I think this went over his head though. He's acting like the rematch clause didn't affect Usyk too. It did affect Usyk.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying as an implication for a loss, bro. He's making that decision because he's scared to lose. Kambosos is making that decision because he's scared to lose to Lomachenko.
No,
I don't think so, bro.
I think it's twofold. I think it's financially, and that there's a chance that, like Toby said, there's a chance of a loss.
So why didn't you just fight Devin Haney?
He's not going to go in there with the mentality that he's going to lose against any of these guys.
Yeah.
He's
to me, he has no ambition.
But
he has no ambition. You know why I say he has no ambition? He has no ambition. The most important thing for a boxer is undisputed. The fact that you don't want to go undisputed, that's your ambition list for me, in my opinion. You rather fight a mandatory than an
undisputed. He thinks he's undisputed now.
Yeah, but the thing is, one, yes, exactly. He thinks he's undisputed.
No, he's not.
And two,
no, he's not.
But he thinks he's undisputed. I agree with you. I don't think he's undisputed. This is coming from a fellow countryman, so take that to the bank. Secondly, I actually don't think the whole legacy career thing is first and foremost front of his mind. I think, like most boxers, it's about putting food on the table. Money in the bank for his kids. He's always said that. He constantly talks about his kids.
So
you have Devin Haney. He talks about his social media follower. You listen to any of George Kambosos' interviews. He sounds like Tony Bellew. He sounds like Tony Bellew. Every day of the week, he's lucky to get home to his family and kids. He's been away from his family and kids, always in training camps, always overseas.
Are you telling me Eddie Hearn's not offering him a lot of money?
No, I'm telling you that the money on the table is probably, as BFE has said, the money on the table in the rematch clause with Lomachenko just makes more sense. And now Devin Haney's reaching and saying, look, I don't care about being the A side anymore. Drop my rates. I'll go to Lomachenko's money. Just sign me up to the fight. And I agree, it's the better fight to make. But is Devin Haney going to sign up for a rematch clause as well? Plus being the B side for the first side?
Shane, I kind of don't understand the disappointment that you have.
Are you crazy?
I don't. Like, I don't understand it. Like, whether you feel like Haney is undisputed or not undisputed, let's be real. Loma's the tougher fight.
I don't care. I just care about undisputed.
I know, Shane. Yes, Lomachenko's the tougher matchup.
Who's your favorite heavyweight? Who's your favorite
blasphemy?
Who's your favorite heavyweight, Blunt? The last 5 years, who's your favorite heavyweight?
You know who that is.
Deontay Wilder. Okay.
Johnny Rice. That's his favorite fighter in the last 5 years.
Now, not in the last 5 years.
Johnny Rice.
Y'all know who my best heavyweight is.
Who's your favorite?
Who your favorite?
That's my favorite. He's been my favorite heavyweight. I like his output. I like his vibe.
Who's that?
Carnegie. That's still my guy.
In the way of in most people's favorite, Americans' favorite heavyweight. One champion, one face, one name. That's the only thing that matters in boxing, bro. One champion, that's all that matters. One champion.
Shane.
If you beat Lomachenko, you're not the best at 140, 135. If you beat Devin Haney, you're the best at 135. That's the fact.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap,
bro.
It's
that's undisputed, cap. Bro.
That's cap.
Undisputed.
That's cap. We just sat up here yesterday and said cleaning out of the division and you having all the belts is not the same. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So you're completely wrong with your statement.
No, but there's a difference though. If you beat Lomachenko, you don't. If you beat Lomachenko, you don't clean out of the division.
Shane, we just had this discussion yesterday.
Can I ask you a question? If he beats Lomachenko, does he clean out the division?
No.
If he beats Devin Haney, Lomachenko took his L, bro. He had to take that L. He has to take that L to the back.
But he still doesn't clean out the division. He still doesn't clean out the division. So I'm gonna meet in the middle with Vlog because my last statement was gonna get Vlog riled up, and I don't want him riled up right now. I'll get him riled up later on. So can we all agree that Lomachenko and Devin Haney is the top two opponents for Kambosos right now?
Yeah.
So I don't understand why you lost a huge amount of respect for him where he's fighting one of the top two guys.
Undisputed, bro. That's why. You're not fighting for undisputed. You're not fighting to be the one champion in the division.
Okay, so Shane, watch. Hey, Toby, watch this.
Standard. 1 second. I'm holding him to this. Go on.
Watch this, Toby. If he beats Devin Haney, is Kambosos is he the best 135 pounder in your book?
Yeah.
You are capping. You smiling like a motherfucker. You capping. You are capping, bro. You see him laughing,
bro. Let me tell you why he is. Let me tell you why he is, bro. Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney are better than anyone Lomachenko's beaten at 135. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Okay, so he's the best. So he's the best.
So in your eyes, Kambosos is the best 135 pounder in the world if he beats Devin Haney.
If he beats Devin Haney.
Does your boxing eye tell you that? No, it doesn't.
But my boxing eye doesn't have to. My boxing eye doesn't have to. It doesn't have to, bro. It doesn't have to.
Shane.
My boxing eye.
Shane, before Usyk beat AJ, would you not hop on camera and be like, Usyk is that dude at heavyweight?
Of course.
Did you not go into that fight before he had the belts and you said he was going to mop AJ?
Yeah. If AJ didn't stop him.
Right. So what's the difference?
Your boxing
eye told you
I'll tell you what's the difference. My boxing eye told me that Kambosos will lose to Teofimo Lopez. Guess what? That wasn't reality, bro. My boxing eye right now tells me that Kambosos will lose to Devin Haney. If in this theoretical example you just brought up that Kambosos beats Devin Haney, my boxing eye has let me down twice.
Toby, watch this. What percentage chance do you give Kambosos to beat Devin Haney right now?
20%.
So a guy that has a 20% chance is the clear guy 135.
If he lose because he's gonna lose to Devin Haney. Because he's gonna lose to Devin Haney.
No, but we're going off of your scenario. You said
I didn't say
you said if he Vlog. Am I lying? He said if he beats he backtracking. Am I correct, Vlog?
Bro, I said he's gonna lose. I said he's going to lose.
I asked you a question. I said if Kambosos beats Devin Haney, is he the best 135 pounder in the world? So I doubled back and I said, "What percentage chance do you give him?" You said 20%.
This you're wrong. This way you're wrong, Jeff. You're saying what percentage chance do I give him now? But if he beats him, that would have been 100% chance he beat Devin Haney. So obviously my perspective on him has to change because he just beat Devin Haney.
So where do you have him right now? Where do you have him right now?
1 second. You reckon that my perspective on Kambosos is going to be the same now as it is after he beats Devin Haney? Are you crazy? Of course he's going to go up.
The reason why you're wrong is because you're not using your boxing eye and your boxing knowledge.
Because I didn't come up with the scenario that he beat Devin Haney, bro. He doesn't beat Devin Haney. You brought up that scenario, not me.
Shane, you're only saying this because you love Undisputed. That's
That's
the only thing you got, Shane. That's the only thing you got.
He never beats Devin Haney.
Bro, hold on, Shane. If it wasn't no belts involved, is this not a mismatch? Is this not a mismatch? If there's no belts involved.
So is Loma a mismatch,
Exactly
bro.
my point. So how could you say he's the best in the world if he beats Devin
I
Haney?
did not say that. I'm saying
He just said it.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
just
You
saying,
said
bro.
You did
I
just say
don't
that, Shane.
wait. I don't believe he's gonna beat
Yes.
Devin Haney. But obviously, my perspective, you are so deaf, bro. If he beats Devin Haney, obviously my perspective will change. Don't be stupid, bro. How can I think he's gonna be the exact same now than he's after beating Devin Haney? He's obviously gonna go up in my estimation. That's a fact, bro. Of course.
I don't think your perspective of him would change because I don't think you rate him much as a boxer
You don't
already.
rate him high. That's my
Yeah.
point. You don't rate him high.
I have to rate him.
Yeah, but
Devin
you
Haney, bro.
get
I have to
re-rated.
rate him if he
Now,
beats
hold
Devin
on.
Haney.
What y'all not failing to take in is you do re-rate somebody after
Thank
a
you.
performance.
Thank you, bro.
Hold on. Hey, Vlog.
Before we saw Giovanni Santiago, we did not have him rated.
Vlog.
Once we saw him, we could re-rate him.
Understood. Listen, I'm cool with the re-rating, but Shane still thinks he's shit after beating the top guy at 135 at the time.
That's a lie. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. I just don't think he's the best.
Where do you have him ranked right now, Shane?
Huh?
Where do you have him ranked right now?
Well, behind Loma, behind Tank, behind Tiafimo still, behind Devin Haney, and probably fifth.
And he will be the best if he beat Devin Haney. Shane, come on, bro.
Of course, because he would have the best resume.
Come on, Shane. Come on, baby. Come on. Now it's
Because
me,
he has the
baby.
best resume.
It's me, baby.
Technically, Shane has a point because if you beat one of the guys that got the strap and you really become undisputed inside the ring, that really elevates you above guys that could be skill-wise better than you, but accomplishment-wise, they're not.
Hey, Toby, watch me get a 2-for-1 special. Vlog, what was your opinion of Usyk when he beat AJ? Please walk into this ditch, please. Yo, I'm on a roll tonight. I'm on a roll tonight. Vlog wouldn't give Usyk no goddamn credit, no nothing. He wasn't the king of heavyweight, nothing. Shane, am I lying?
That's a fact.
That's a fact. So you can't come in this argument with me and Shane with that bullshit.
But bro, he beat AJ. Is that really a big accomplishment at heavyweight?
He got the belts.
But you beat AJ.
But AJ's got a good resume, man. Like, I guess the only thing is, what was AJ after he lost to Ruiz? That's the big question.
Hey, Vlog, man.
I'm just saying, bro. Anyway, hold up, man. I heard you slip something in there.
I just got two TKOs in a matter of 5
minutes. Hold up. No. Well, I'm getting up off the canvas. And I'm about to jab back. Hold on.
Go ahead, Vlog.
Loma is a harder fight than Haney?
Absolutely.
Who on this panel agrees with that?
Yo, Loma on his A game is better than Haney on his A game, bro.
I think George would find a harder time with Loma than he would with Haney because I think he'd be fine eating shots from Haney, but I think he'd get very
Haney ain't got no power. He got shoulder issues. Hey, Toby, listen. This is the thing, Vlog not telling you. Him and Devin Haney had the same surgeon. When Vlog got surgery on his shoulder, Devin Haney was in the waiting room, waiting to get his shit done. Like, come on, Vlog. Timestamp that.
We talking
1 hour 13 minutes.
Styles, just because y'all acting like Loma is a world beater because he beat up a dusty, extra dusty homie.
Vlog, you capping so bad, yo.
Japanese dude.
Shane, can you flip your screen, please? Because you like sideways.
1 second,
bro.
Yo.
I have to ask Shane the question. Because Vlog be testing my memory. Shane, where did he have Loma in his fighter of the year last year?
He was. I don't even remember, bro.
He was up there, wasn't he? He was up there, right?
He was up there.
I put him up there because he elevated on the comeback side after the surgery. That's big moves. But when you're talking about ranking him against the competition ahead of the line, you got to be crazy. There's no way in the world that dude is a stiff. Y'all acting like this dude is 24. This dude ain't 24 years old, bro.
33. 33.
Thank you, bro. And he had like 1,000 amateur fights, so he probably like 36, 37.
But he's undefeated in them fights, bro. It's undefeated.
I wanna get to a comment that was directed at me, which
let me get to it. Hey, Toby. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Now, recently they've been kind of getting off on me as far as arguments and shit like that because they've been tag teaming me for the past like week or two. But I done caught 2 bodies a day.
Bro, that's self-proclaimed.
2 bodies. Two bodies. Yo, hey Shane.
Self-proclaimed.
Hey Shane.
Self-proclaimed.
But you know, hey, before I get into this comment, let me tell you something somebody sent me. They was like, yo, the reason why I love your podcast is because I know somebody's gonna go at it with somebody at some point during the show. And I was like, yo, that's 100% facts, yo. Like that's 100% facts. Like
that is self-proclaimed though. You can't say you can't be the judge of your fight. That doesn't make sense, bro. If me and you are spouting, we can't. And just because you have a popular opinion doesn't mean it's the right opinion.
I am the Mauricio Suleiman of arguments. I will tweak the rules. All that.
You the franchise champion.
Right?
You the franchise champion.
Nah, but you know what though? Like you listen to people's podcasts and stuff like that. Like it ain't no real interaction, ain't no energy, and like that's what you get on here. Like. Point blank, period. Adrian, he said, Shane, that's cap. He said, didn't you criticize Canelo for not fighting Benavidez and he's undisputed?
Can I answer that?
That's the one you wanted to get to?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's saying that Benavidez. I never criticized Canelo for going undisputed. I've given him credit for going undisputed. I've just personally said, for you to be the best at the division, you have to beat the best at the division. That's what I'm saying. And before he came to the division, I said Benavidez was the best. And he did not beat Benavidez. So I'm not saying he's not the best at 168. I can't say that because he just beat everybody else. I'm just saying I want to see him fight Benavidez. I can't criticize him not for going undisputed because I love undisputed. I'm just saying Benavidez is the best.
Hey,
everyone looks at that as Canelo's fault. Benavidez didn't make weight. Okay, he would have been champ. He would have fucking had that fight with Canelo. But the fact is, didn't make weight. Doesn't have the WBC belt.
I really doubt that.
I don't think if Benavidez
was champion, I don't think he would have fought him.
I don't think he'd have been.
You reckon he would have skipped the whole division and not become undisputed?
Of course,
he did the same thing at 160.
He done it at 160.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Andre's an easier fight than Benavidez, and he skipped Andre, and he was 1 fight away from being undisputed at 160. So. To me,
Benavidez is so young, man. He takes so many big shots in so.
But he's bigger than Canelo, and he's stronger than Canelo.
Don't get me wrong, he's big, man. And I agree.
What we talking about?
Benavidez.
So Benavidez is the top dude at 168 in your opinion?
Behind Canelo,
right? So he didn't clean the division out until he beat Benavidez, right?
You think Benavidez?
So if he
Billy Joe Saunders.
Toby, watch this. So if Cambosis beats Devin Haney, right?
Did I say I did? I will not say he cleaned out the division. I did not say that. He wouldn't have cleaned out the division.
He still got work to do, right?
He still got to fight Loma.
Okay. All right,
but priorities is undisputed. Priorities is undisputed, bro. That should always be your priority.
But a vlog. So if you're in Cambosis' shoes, right? Do you take the Shane route, one face, one name, one champion, undisputed, since y'all tell me he's not undisputed? Or if Bob Arum's offering you basically 2 additional bags after this fight, which one are you taking?
I'm going for the bag because he's not.
You might as well be Jake Paul. If that's the case, you might as well fight Jake Paul.
Ask me a question, bro. Hold on. He's not that guy, bro. If you look at him historically, he'll never be recognized as that guy. Even if he was to beat Haney and quote unquote become undisputed.
That's why I said he will never be recognized as that dude.
I believe that they're thinking back. They want to maximize the opportunity because it might not be there that long, bro. And then when you was talking about Haney not having no power, if it's a dude that could be knocked out in this division, it's this fucking dude.
I agree.
George.
I agree.
George Kambosos, yes. Haney could probably knock this dude out of anybody in the division.
Hell no.
Haney ain't knocking nobody out, bro.
No,
he ain't knocking nobody out.
George has got a chin and a half, man.
Yeah, chin.
Well, I will say this though. I agree with Blunt in a sense that go for the long-term money because if it issues you security. I'm just saying that's cowardly. That's what I'm saying.
How is that cowardly?
That's not
though?
cowardly.
No.
But it's not like it's not like
Jeff, it's not cowardly because you still got to actually get in there and perform.
Right, it don't matter if you win or lose. It don't matter if you win or lose. You got a safety net there, bro. You're fighting with a safety net. That don't count.
Ain't no fucking safety net, bro.
Bro, a safety net is a rematch clause, bro. That is a safety net. There's a rematch clause. That's a safety net, bro.
Shane, you can't take Shane serious right now because these is his two pet peeves.
All the other stuff.
This is Shane's. Yeah, this is Shane's two pet peeves. Like if the two of his biggest pet peeves in boxing.
I called AJ, and it's the article's up right now. G5JustTV.com. I called AJ cowardly for having a rematch clause against Usyk because there's a safety net. You're fighting with a safety net, bro.
But these are your two biggest pet peeves when it comes down to boxing.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Vlog, Toby, and myself, you only can go but so far with Shane on his argument. Like he's not gonna budge because these are his two biggest pet peeves in boxing. Rematch clause and undisputed. It ain't literally. It's literally like, you know what I mean? Literally. Hold on. Let me get in the comment section, fellas. Adrian, Loma is a tougher fight than Haney because of the power. Loma do got more cracks than Haney. And better footwork.
You telling me that Haney couldn't stop Comey?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
He didn't even stop him.
No. Yo,
he couldn't get out.
Haney couldn't stop. He wouldn't be able to stop Rolly, yo. He wouldn't stop.
Bro, Haney couldn't even stop Linares, and Linares just got knocked out in one round. You got knocked out in one round, bro.
I told y'all Haney and Vlog had the same goddamn shoulder surgery doctor. Told y'all that shit.
I put this down. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna say this happens, but Abdullayev has more chance of stopping Linares than Haney did.
I hope
if he going to Russia, hell yeah, he got a more fucking chance. Anybody can get fucking knocked out in Russia. Yo, no one go over there. Linares is in deep doo-doo, bro. God damn, he took that.
Russia's on the verge of a war right now, bro.
Big shout out
with that Russian promotion team.
Big shout out to my man Adrian.
And that's supposed to be free.
Big shout out to my man Adrian. He said, Vlog, you said Loma was fighter of the year. Yes, you did.
He was on the list.
No, you said he was fighter of the year, bro.
No, he had Devin Haney fighter of the year. Devin Haney fighter.
Loma was two then.
But I had him on the list more or less for the comeback.
Against who?
I had him on the list more or less for the comeback. But so having a good comeback,
guys, though. It was against
he said two crusty opponents just now.
He said two crusty opponents, but he was in the top two. Hey, Vlog, come on, bro.
No, you see, you missing the fine line in there. It's the comeback off the injury. You coming back off an injury and having two good performances have to put you in conversation for fighter of the year.
Smooth criminal. Your moonwalk is crazy right now, bro.
My mouthpiece is slick. You understand me?
But what
moonwalk is crazy, motherfucker. Without a butter knife.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when we gonna get to this Thurman?
Yo, we're gonna get to it in a second. We're gonna get to it. Yeah. Adrian, let me see. Dwayne Sewell said LOL G5 on fire. I gotta get myself pat on the back today. Adrian, I'm not defending Canelo, by the way, just playing devil's advocates. Fair enough. Hey, bro, I shouldn't even read this dude comment, bro. Cruz Hitman Stewart, where the hell you been at, bro? When are you jumping in the ring, bro? Like you this leader promote. Like when are you jumping in the ring, bro? Hit my line, bro. You gotta hit my line. we got to wrap. We got to talk, bro. You've been on the
fighting
show
this week, though.
huh? Tree fighting this weekend. You know what I'm saying, bro? Cruz, we gotta talk. We gotta talk, bro. We gotta talk. But let's get into this. Let's get into this Keith Thurman, Mario Barrios thing, and let me kind of get an oversight on it for people that may not know. So there's a couple of reports came out. A couple of people that are not they're popular, but they're not popular. If you know what I mean. One person said that the pay-per-view did 39,000. Another person said 36. And another person said it was 50.
And then Blunt said it's 150.
Again, that could have been a meme. I told him it was inside of like a wanted poster type of sort of background. So I don't know if they were joking. I don't know. That's what I said. I don't know. But 150 would be bad, as all as I'm
150 saying. Would be
150 would be a success.
150 would be a success. But those are the numbers. And just off top, man, I just want to get y'all opinion on that. Shane, you want to go first?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I'm inclined to believe those numbers because we just discussed on the last live that Castano and Charlo won't be on pay-per-view.
Correct.
And the reason why I feel like they would have got that number, 50,000, probably a couple of weeks ago. They would have got that number, 50,000 from Fox or whoever, whether it was Showtime or Fox. PBC would have got that number. Him would have got that number and would have thought, is there a point in me persisting with these pay-per-views? Or do I just go back to regular? Because I think he's losing more money and losing more traction having it on pay-per-view. You might as well just have it on regular TV where you can get that, where you can get more eyeballs, build more of attraction, build more interaction with the public, and you don't have to put so much money on the undercard.
Okay, fair enough. Vlog, you want to jump in on that? You on mute, baby? You on mute?
There's also a good amount of advertising money on what we call the public fights, so to speak. So it could do them better. But the one thing is, if you use the Showtime, you're that's where you kind of lose the advertising money side of it. So the card we just saw was actually a good Fox card. You know what I mean? Your regular network, whatever Fox is for, anybody's area in the country. That would have been a good card to put on there, man, because it could have been a 4-hour card. You know how much money you could have got off of just advertisement? I mean, a lot of them fights went the distance. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying put every fight on. And actually, it's been a while since we had a card like that run long. I know Tuesday night, they used to sometimes have some 3-hour cards and fights that kind of, seem to a little longer than normal and whatnot. But just in general, that card would have did probably better on regular TV, and I get them rethinking it. I don't understand not putting Charlo on them on the pay-per-view and running some of those lights off this card on that card and running half of this card as a regular public card, bringing Thurman back in regular public eyes, setting him up for a future pay-per-view since I guess everybody believed he was going to win.
Toby, what you thinking, bro?
Toby,
I don't think he might be away from the joint. You know what? I like both of y'all comments. I'm gonna kind of go in a different angle. Hey, Toby, what you think about this situation, bro?
What's the question? Sorry, I had.
No, you good. Just the whole pay-per-view numbers, reported pay-per-view numbers for Keith Thurman and Barrios being basically under 50.
Awful. I totally think he shouldn't even be on pay-per-view. I kind of have an agreement. I think it was with Sheamus speaking. I was surprised it was on pay-per-view. That fight was never going to have any reach for somebody who had just recently lost a fight against Gervonta Davis and then picking up somebody who's been basically in retirement and has been a commentator for most of the most recent career in the 2020s. So, yeah, I think they need to relook at how they approach and how they market him out because he's not worth the money. Yeah. I don't even think a rematch with Danny Garcia is a pay-per-view fight.
No, it's not.
What do you think he? Personally, if I was Al Heyman, and I said this before, I'll be looking to put Thurman in there with a boots.
Yeah. I
think Thurman's got everything to lose in that one, and there's not really
anything.
Yeah,
but if I'm Al Heyman, I'll be like, you can't guarantee me money. So either you sit on the bench or you fight Boots.
He's going to sit on the bench, isn't he?
That fight doesn't go in the route that Boots is taking along with the IBF.
It don't matter. You know why it don't matter? Because I'll tell you one thing, and I'll tell you this for free. Even if he becomes mandatory, Errol Spence ain't fighting. So it don't make a difference. You fight Thurman, it's a bag. So at least you're gonna get your highest paid.
Wow. You heard it here first. You heard. So you saying your boy gonna drop the belt in the trash can?
Nah, bro. I'll tell you exactly what he's gonna do. Once Boots becomes mandatory, he's gonna fight Bud.
He
just undisputed chumps mandatory. He'll fight Bud and move up. That's all he will do.
Nope, I agree with that.
What have Bud's numbers been?
Huh?
What have Bud's numbers been?
Bud's last one was 119 or something like that against Sean Porter.
And I'm glad you said that because that preference right into my point. I'm really disappointed with a lot of just
hypocrisy.
A lot of YouTube people, a lot of people that's in the media side of boxing, and guys that I know personally. It's been real quiet. Like my phone ain't been ringing. It's been real quiet. And I keep it consistent. Toby, I'm sure you keep it consistent. Shane definitely keeps it consistent. And Vlog keeps it consistent. That's all we ask for on this panel. So I'm gonna pitch this right now. Bud, so what was the number again?
It's supposed to be 119.
So Terrence Crawford sold 119,000 with Sean Porter. Against Sean Porter, right? So PBC's own Tim Smith came out and said, hey, Terrence Crawford is not a pay-per-view star. You just seen the numbers. He wasn't bred to be a pay-per-view star, right? That came straight from PBC's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So now Tank does 50, you hear nothing. Thurman does 30 something, you hear nothing. Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin did
20
vlog 20. You
22.
Hear 22, you hear nothing. The reason
they
why
done 22 at $40 as well, bro.
They did 22,000.
No, that was half price.
So
it was only 4 cards, 4 fights on that card from what I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed because if this was a Golden Boy fighter that did that number, the knives and the guns would be out. If it was a top ranked person, the knives and the guns would be out.
What I want to say is,
let me finish this, Shane. Let me get this off real quick. Bro, this is why we say on this panel, we are not pro PBC, we are not pro top rank, we are not pro Matchroom, we are not pro Golden Boy or anybody else. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, we are fans of whoever got the best card that night. I gotta delete some folks. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, somebody, you already blocked it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Shane, go ahead, Shane.
So I just want to say this to YSM. You were saying that a Broner Thurman fight would generate more money than Broner versus Conor Ben.
And
I'm just telling you, I can't see that. I don't know if you guys know this, but basically, Conor Ben apparently in his last fight, he got his last fight broke so many records in terms of the zone in the UK. Literally, I think it's the most streamed fight in the zone in the UK since the zone has launched in the UK. And I just want to say this: there's no way on God's green, Broner and a Conor Ben does less than 100,000. There's no way. And it does 20,000, 30,000.
Shane, can I add one more layer to this? I just want for people to be consistent with the smoke. I just want for people to be consistent with the smoke. Like, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Bud is not a pay-per-view star because he did $120 or whatever with Sean Porter, you know the thing that's crazy, Vlog? You know the thing that's crazy? So Sean Porter's attached to that pay-per-view, right?
Yep.
So Sean Porter has actually done more pay-per-view numbers than Tank, Thurman, and Luis Ortiz, Charles Martin combined.
Damn. God damn.
What the
Showtime Porter.
Man, that motherfucker.
That's if you think about it. That's a fact. You know what I mean?
Bots is flooding chat, bro.
Yeah, like
I'm about to shut my shit down.
Yeah, that's crazy today. I got the finger on the trigger right now.
Start handing out some wrenches.
Yeah,
give out some wrenches or something.
You can't do it on StreamYard, unfortunately.
Yeah, I gotta give out some wrenches. He said it's been a while, bro. I'm coming back home this year, 2022, but I'll fill you in. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to rap. Adrian, the number reported.
I don't want to cut you off, bro. I gotta get up out of here, man. You know, I
know what you gotta do. Bro. Go ahead, do your thing, bro.
I appreciate the convo, family, and I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all know where to find me, man. Boxing First Vlog on Twitter, Boxing First, the #1 on Instagram, man. And I'm back to work a couple days. Y'all see me.
Absolutely. Big shout out to my big bro, man.
Good luck. Shoulder surgery.
Adrian, he said the number reported for Crawford was reportedly anywhere from 130 to 190.
My initial report was 119, but I could be wrong. I could be clearly wrong.
That makes it even worse. So basically, the one person that's not a pay-per-view star, and the one person that's
in the defense, Porter and Crawford are bigger than Barrios.
Yeah, but they're not bigger than Tank, though.
Oh, for sure.
From a pay-per-view perspective, he ain't bigger than Tank.
But they're bigger than Cruz. That fight is better than Cruz.
Depends who Tank's fighting, though.
That's what I'm saying.
But Tank has done more. I think Tank has done more pay-per-view numbers than Bud. The fact that Terrence Crawford, even if you look at this in a bubble, like Terrence Crawford pay-per-view numbers is more than the last 3 pay-per-views for PBC combined. Like, that's a fact. Yeah, that's not good. Like, that's not good. And I'm just saying, my phone has been quiet. My phone has been extremely quiet. Extremely quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's been very quiet. You know, and it's crazy, but this is why we be having so many issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, other people, period. Searching for UFOs. Big shout out to you. He said the man United Boxing fan. Big shout out to you. We definitely remember you, bro. You in between a bunch of bots right now, but you know, it is what it is. And it's funny because it's only fans. Like I'm like, that's a message.
What is going on with that?
I don't know,
bro. I don't know, bro. That's obviously a bot that's gonna roll.
Yeah, they done went absolutely insane, man. Like, but yeah, like that's a. But let me ask you guys this question, more from a business standpoint. Like, how do you correct that? Like, how do you correct that?
I mean, personally, it's about deciding what fights go on pay-per-view. They've literally destroyed the boxing market, you know. So I don't know what their intentions are. I mean, I'm hearing about this high guarantee, Thurman high guarantee, Tank high guarantee, everyone's having high guarantees. But at the same time, bro, I'm just thinking, how sustainable is that?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is what I've been saying. I think the pay-per-view model is a dying breed anyways. I think the whole DAZN model, streaming services, and having everyone pay for a monthly subscription to your fights, and then essentially just calculating how much each fighter should earn based on the numbers.
The problem with that is, bro, is the fact that I personally don't think the zone have the stable to pull that off.
Yeah, I find it
on the scale.
I mean, let's keep it real. The zone ain't really pulled off any big fights recently.
They've pulled off some pretty amazing fights, though, man.
They just went on a run.
Yeah, I would say out of everyone in the last 3 years, DAZN have probably put on the most consistent like fight schedules out of anyone. I mean, how many controversial decisions, how many losses have even matchroom fighters got?
I get what you're saying, but then at the same time, like when we're talking about, I'm talking about historical fights. I'm talking about fights that go down in legacies. We're talking about like the Wilder Fury fight, Teofimo Lopez, Loma. You know,
well, Ruiz, you had. I mean, look, let's face it, Ruiz versus Joshua, that was huge.
That was a huge fight.
That was huge, and I also think the Usyk versus AJ fight, that was huge as well.
And they
was it on a global scale?
Filled the stadium, man, and yeah, it did. Global.
I think anything with AJ is. I think anything with AJ is a big
hearing about it.
I mean, on a global scale, I can't really. I mean, I don't really see those fights being spoken about. I mean, if you think about it, I look at what PBC done with what's it called? With the PBC and Top Rank done with Wilder and Fury. Nothing's obviously gonna trump that. Nothing's gonna trump that. But
that Wilder Fury, that whole card of heavyweights was awesome. The Frank Sanchez versus the FA fight, and honestly, I thought that was outstanding. That was probably one of the most exciting cards. If you're a new boxing fan, watch that for sure. But like, honestly, I kind of just think, yeah, Matchroom have been putting on a regular better and more competitive fights than I've seen out of PBC and Top Rank. But in saying that, I don't think they've had the most historical cards, as you have said. I think that title goes to PBC. Or wait, depends whoever put that Wilder Fury card.
I mean, and it's not just that, because we also could have got Pacquiao Spence. That would have been historical as well.
Yeah, well,
we're getting this OnlyFans thing going again.
Bro, I don't know where this is coming. This is the first time I've ever seen this. This is obviously one rogue bot. I don't know where these bots come from, bro.
I have no clue, but I'm getting them up out of here as fast as they come in, man. Let me see. Searching for UFOs. Hold on. Conrad in the building. Big shout out to you, bro. He said, I don't care if PBC or whoever is losing money, but those low numbers are not good for boxing.
Yeah, I can agree with that 100%.
Yeah, not good at all.
But then again, you were saying that all these companies are running at a loss anyways. So
yeah,
how do you work that? I mean,
I don't know. I just find it ironic that they're putting everything on pay-per-view, because when they came into the game, they were the ones that was trying to get rid of pay-per-view because Canelo was killing it. You know what I mean?
I think it's sad.
Yeah, it ain't good. Like, at all.
There's a huge problem where we have fighters at the moment, and I'm surprised that mandatory championship. There needs to be a way for these organizations to force fighters to actually fight for unifications in one way or another. I'm getting so sick of this middleweight division at the moment. You got Andre looking at moving up, and you think that's the most awful thing, that he can't even find a fight. Eddie Hearn's run out of fighters in the UK to fight him. He's got no other middleweights, and they're looking.
Eddie Hearn has to take part responsibility for that as well.
Of course he does. 100%. I honestly think that he probably wished Andre really big things, and he was never able to obtain them, because I honestly think that the PBC just run that kind of.
But I don't even think that, because the perfect. I remember when there was. I mean, he delivered for Jacobs, but I mean, he couldn't get. He wasn't fighting for Andre when he should have. He was fighting for Canelo at that time.
You know what? He had bad luck too. He did get him Billy Joe. And we all know what happened with that. UFO said, yeah, it was huge. I was at the AJ fight in Tottenham, but he lost. Sad face. He said big stadium fights. Fury versus White might be in Wembley if Dillian signs a contract. So what's going on with the contract thing?
That's not going to happen.
I think not. What do you mean it's not going to happen? What do you mean?
No, that fight's going to happen. That fight's not going to happen at Wembley though.
No, I think it's going to happen at Old Trafford.
Yeah, I could see that, but it's not going to happen at Wembley.
Why do you say not Wembley? No,
Wembley's too big, man. And Dillian's not interested in getting into the conversational tie-up. There's going to be no marketing around it. It's going
Oh
to be
yeah,
a shitstorm,
I mean,
guarantee it.
we've seen that already. Dylan White
Yeah,
is not.
it's awful.
Dylan White has literally said, unless you pay more money, and Bob Arum has confirmed what we've been saying from the start. Unless he gets paid more money, he's not going to promote the fight.
Why are they? What are they paying him for at the moment? What is it?
20%.
4 or is it 6?
20%.
20%. So that's
20% is
8 million. 8 million of 41.
Of 41 million.
Jesus, that fight's making. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because what's his face put on the Frank Warren? He won the purse bid.
Correct.
Where the fuck did he get $41 fucking million?
That's what I said.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I said.
Man, this guy has gone from York.
Jeff literally said the same thing. He must have robbed a bank or something.
Yeah, I said, man,
this guy
why
fights
he
out of
let me
York
in on it?
Hall. Like he fights York Hall, small little town hall meeting things. That's
Is there a
bread
chance
and
this
butter.
fight falls through because he can't come up with the payment?
Dude, he's gonna make a fucking
Nah,
loss on
he
it.
just needs to come up with the 10%, bro. Just needs to come up with 10%. That's all he needs to do.
Does he have the 10%?
Of course, bro.
I'm joking.
That was I have no idea what that bid was, but I would like to know what the bid under it, how much that was.
Eddie was 32 million.
Yeah, see, that sounds more reasonable at 32 million, but like obviously the split. But the split I think is fair. I don't think Dillian White attracts the same fanfare as Fury does.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy.
You honestly think Dillian White has
let me tell you the facts. Tyson Fury has never headlined a pay-per-view in the UK before. Never. He's never headlined a pay-per-view in the UK before. Dylan White has headlined 5, and every single one of them have done over 200,000. Dylan White,
really?
Every single one of them have done over 200,000.
Dylan White get busy.
Dylan White has sold 500,000 against Parker and 492,000 against Chisora. He done 321 against Rivas.
Okay, so I stand corrected. I'll put my hand up for that one.
He done 40. He sold 40,000 tickets against Chisora, and in the second fight, 20,000 in the first fight. He sold 20,000 against Rivas, and he sold 25,000. I'm talking about ticket sales.
Ticket sales. Okay, I got you.
But what's he been pulling? What's he been pulling in those fights? What are the numbers in terms of money he's been making?
He owns his cards, but one thing Dylan White does is he always has heavy undercards. So he does pay out a lot on his undercards. But I would say he's roughly earning about 1.5 to 2 million, maximum 2 million, 1.5.
And so what did he want? What did he want for this Fury fight?
He wanted 10 million.
10 million.
Which would have been 25% based off of the.
Which should have been 25%.
Based off of.
Yeah.
They could have just gave it to him. They could give it to him.
I mean, they're paying him 8 million. They're paying him 8 million. And I'm like, you might as well just pay him the extra 2 million to promote the fight, because he will promote the fight. Like
that's it. The big thing is this fight needs promoting, because there's absolutely nothing, no chatter on it. There's absolutely no back and forth.
The thing is, people keep saying Fury can sell this by himself, and that's what Frank Warren keeps saying. I keep telling people, what people don't understand is Fury has a very similar market to people in Philadelphia. A lot of people know your name, not a lot of people put money behind you. So I remember you remember Tyson, Jeff, when Tyson Fury had the press conference with Wilder. Everyone was there because it was free. But do you remember when Tyson Fury had that same fight? There was more people watching the fights in the stadium than actually watching the fight. Do you remember that, Jeff? When there was those two dudes fighting in the stadium. Yeah. There was more people watching the fight in the stadium. Literally, Tyson Fury doesn't generate his fan base isn't the ones that put money up.
Yeah, it's hard to argue about
lot of people know him. A lot of people know him, but they don't put like AJ had 20,000 people traveling to watch him fight Andy Ruiz. Fury only had 10,000 to watch him fight Wilder. If that was AJ, it would have been like 50,000.
Yeah, like 50.
So you're saying Fury doesn't bring in that Hatton crowd?
No, not the same. Like these guys will actually put, and I think Fury will do well, but to sell it by yourself, it's a tough sell.
No, you can't sell it by himself.
He hasn't fought in the UK for 4 years, bro. 4 years since he's fought in the UK.
Yeah, that's a tough sell, man. They might as well just pay Dillian White that bread. Pay him that bread. You got 41 million tied in. You got 41 million tied in.
Thing is that I honestly think people are writing off Dillian White too easily, way too easily.
No, it's gonna be. I
understand. I understand Dillian White got knocked out by Povetkin, but give me a break. That left hook of his, it's gonna flatten anybody.
Yeah, he got a legendary hook. Legendary.
Let's just keep it real, bro. Me and just been saying this. If Fury wants to win the fight, he has to keep it long. If Fury decides to trade with Dillian White and keep it up close like he done against Wilder, he's gonna have a long night. He's gonna have a hell of a long night.
Absolutely. But you know, Fury's gonna do it. Gonna switch in between in and out. He's gonna keep it long. But you know as well as I is, he loves to go on the inside at times and grind it out with his opponent.
My question
That's what we was talking about.
My question to what Jeff asked me, which is him weighing in at 275, 270, and basically he hasn't weighed under 270 in his last 3-4 fights, and him not fighting on the back foot since the first Wilder fight, and the fact that the fight's in April and he's already weighing over 300 pounds right now. Can he lose that weight and still be able to move at 270 pounds?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you've watched any of the recent boxing training, it doesn't look like he's having that many mobility issues. He's kind of one of the best stamina, and he's got the best stamina in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Do I think that he's going to be able to move as well as he did against Wilder? No. I think every time he blows up, he's doing himself a lot of more harm than good. Do I think he cares? No. Do I think that he believes in himself enough that he probably has the narcissism that he's still better even if he's drinking 12 pints of beer every other day?
Do we know what shape Dillian White's in?
No, that's the thing. I don't know anything about Dillian White right now.
And I feel like this is an advantage because Dillian White, not only what people forget is he went from camp with Otto Wallin straight back into camp. He hasn't left camp. He's still living in Portugal right now. He's in camp right now. We don't know what shape he is in. We don't know nothing about it. So we personally
I think he's going to come in right.
Yeah.
I think he's going
to come in real hungry, man.
He ain't coming in off of 2 knockdowns against Wilder. He's coming off freshness.
Yeah. Let me get in these comments real quick.
Toby's in the Instagram group. Are you in the Instagram group, Toby?
Not entirely sure. I'll have to look it up.
I think so. I don't think so. I gotta put him in. Conrad, did Frank get money from Bob?
Yeah,
Bob. He did.
They put up 10 million.
Yeah, he put up 10 mil. Conrad, maybe they are trying to put Eddie down. Yeah, but I mean Eddie got the market locked. You know what I'm saying? Like they can have their moment in the sun right now, but
I mean, look, if you look at it, look what Eddie Hearn's doing in the UK. I mean, the bigger threat is what Sky are doing. Sky are much more of a bigger threat to Eddie Hearn than Frank Warren. Yeah, Frank Warren isn't even doing enough show. If you look what Sky's got, they got Josh Taylor, they just done Eubank last week, they got Kell Brook this week. Sky are doing well, and then they announced Richard Riakpo today as well.
Yes.
So Sky are doing much better.
Sky's doing well.
I mean, the one thing I find funny with Eddie is that he's now just talking about, and he's doing interviews saying, "Oh, yeah, this fight's just a money grab." Of course, Amir Khan and Kell Brook fight is a money grab. We all know this. They should have fought many years ago. But the fact is that he's talking sledge about that fight when he was the one who was trying to make it in the first place.
No.
Listen, you know the thing that's crazy? He couldn't get that fight signed. He signed. He had both of them signed under him.
Literally.
That's bad, yo. That's bad.
You're right. You're so right.
UFOs.
Remember, he almost had the fight. But then Khan went to go fight Crawford, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Like I said this yesterday. I said, Eddie Hearn is an almost promoter. He's an almost promoter. Like he almost got the fight for Andrade. He almost got Canelo the undisputed fight on the zone. Unfortunately, went to PBC. He almost got AJ the undisputed fight. He almost got Dillian White a title shot. He almost got Kell Brook versus Khan. You know, he's an almost.
Well, he's got Dillian White the title shot, doesn't he?
No, he didn't. Frank Warren put the money up for it. He didn't. That's not him. That's Frank Warren.
No, but you're saying he's his promoter still, though, isn't he?
But
Like,
I'm
still his
saying,
agent and everything.
I mean, you put all the money up. You put all this money up for Dylan White so he can get the title shot on the zone.
and then you lose
That's
a bit,
my
yeah.
point. And then you just like you put all this money behind AJ to become undisputed, and then the fight is not going to be undisputed.
You're right.
You put all this money behind Canelo, and guess what? Canelo fought undisputed on PBC. You see my point? He paid all this for the
they are making very rookie mistakes when it comes down to the boxing
business. They're doing exactly what Mayweather said not to do. Don't make another company rich.
Toby, we've been saying for the longest they need to hire us. And I was dead serious. I was dead serious. I'm like, yo, they need to hire us because they making rookie mistakes. Conrad, what happens if Dillian doesn't sign the contract?
I'll get to that. Can I just say this, This is the biggest rookie mistake that Jeff pointed out yesterday. How can you have Kambosos sign 2 fights to you on your network and then it's free to just go to another platform after he wins?
Crazy.
How is that even possible?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Can I just say something that was never mentioned? That was never mentioned. Then it's just this one point: is that with the whole Kambosos signing on a rematch clause with Lomachenko and everything along those lines. Here's the one thing I think about that. I don't think that's going to happen because if Lomachenko, man, might embarrass George. In front of Australia fights or enough people that you may just want to say, no, I'm not going to go through that again.
And one thing about Australian fans, which I know from other sports, Australian fans aren't British fans. Once they give up on you, they give up on you. They just give up on you.
We don't have that same. I'm not talking about me, man, because man, I still support Lucas Brown, so you can't talk about me with this shit. All right, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. If I still support that guy who's living in Perth, man, don't even talk to me. But
I mean, in general, like,
for sure, we do. But this is with all athletes. We turn on all our athletes very quickly, man.
But that's similar to the American fans. Like,
no, we are cutthroat, ruthless, all that. Like, if Boots get hurt from a body shot, his career is over in Philly. Like, we are ruthless, bro. Like, it's crazy.
As soon as he takes a shot,
it's a wrap.
I mean, there's still people criticizing Floyd for the Castillo fights.
Yeah.
What I was saying, Jeff. Sorry, you missed it because I think what I was saying is, I don't know if that rematch if Loma beats George, I don't know if a rematch would ever happen because Loma doesn't. Usually, when Loma wins, if it's going to be like a Teofimo style fight, sure, I can expect a rematch. But if he's as good as he was against Maurice Hooker, I don't think George is going to want to go for another 12 rounds of that.
Well, the thing about it, I'm not gonna lie. I was entertaining it because I wanted to put the white chalk around vlogs for coming in here with that bullshit. But the rematch clause could actually be capped. It could be capped. So let me paint this scenario to you. So Kambosos fights Loma. Loma wins the fight. Kambosos is supposed to get a rematch, whether it's immediate or not immediate. It doesn't matter if it's immediate or not immediate because what happens, Shane? What trumps an immediate rematch?
Undisputed.
Absolutely. So he could go visit Devin Haney.
But also, Jeff, and I'm saying it in addition to what you're saying, if he absolutely trumps, because I think someone said that the rematch is supposed to be in Australia as well. If Loma absolutely trumps Kambosos, the fight doesn't generate money. How the hell are they gonna have a rematch in Australia when Kambosos ain't the champion?
Let me one up you. That's true.
Not gonna have in Ukraine. It'll be Russia by then.
Listen, let me one up you though. So I'm gonna go back to my scenario. Loma beats Kambosos, right? Unification trumps mandatory or immediate rematch, right? So he goes and fights Devin Haney. Devin Haney beats Loma. There is no rematch.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's kind of the offer's on the table, but there's a way to wiggle out of that.
I mean,
step aside money still? Is George going to take step aside money for?
Well, they would give him step aside money just to keep him, just so he won't go to court.
The only thing is,
he's going to take that, man. He's going to take.
Yeah, he's going to take it.
I mean, if we're keeping it real, if he's just been embarrassed, like if I'm, we know what Bob Arum does, bro. Bob Arum will
Yeah.
just put you on the shelf. He'll just
But
put you on the shelf. If he
but-
ain't making no money, just put you on the shelf,
Hey,
bro.
but Shane, the thing is, you know, even if he does get his ass whipped, we've seen guys get the ass whipped and they jump right back in the ring with the same person.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if Bob hasn't made money off the fight, is Bob gonna take another loss?
No, he's not. Yeah, he's just gonna. Yeah, he's
Because
not gonna
remember,
do that.
Bob can't make money off this fight that much because he doesn't have a Australian distribution deal.
Exactly.
He can only make what he makes from ESPN.
Correct. Which is not going to be a lot.
It's not going to be a lot because it's not going to be a good time. It's literally just going to be.
Why
we're signed with Fox, so it'd be the same people as PBC. Right?
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like the deal looks sweet, but there's ways to wiggle out of that deal if he really wanted to wiggle out that deal.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know what Dillian.
Wait. Someone said something about a contract. I didn't even answer that question.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I'm sorry. What happens if Dillian doesn't sign the contract?
They go.
You
don't get the fight, but he's gonna sign. I've been told he signed. I've been told he signed it already, and he just hasn't sent.
Yeah, I don't know what Dillian. He's been waiting for a long time for a title shot. He finally gets one and argues about money. UFOs, what he's doing right now is playing a really, really good mind game right now. He playing a damn good mind game right now.
Playing an amazing.
And the thing is, and this is the route that Wilder needed to go with. He never went there.
He started. Remember the whole headphones thing? He started, but then he went back into it. He fed back into it, bro. He should have not turned up to nothing. He ended up doing the all access and all that. He should have not done like right now. If you go on Dylan White's Twitter, you still see pictures of him versus Otto Wallin. Literally, he ain't on nothing. This dude is recluse.
Facts. Conrad said, "Toby, join the Instagram boxing group." Toby, you're not on Instagram, right?
Barely on it. What is it? G5?
No, G5 Jeff TV, and then Shane
follow Jeff, and then Jeff will add you.
I'm going to warn you.
It's 24 hours.
Bro, you have to put it on mute because your phone is going to be going off all day, all night. Your wife is going to be pissed off.
Some people in Canada, some people in England, some people in America.
You have to put it on mute. That's the only disclaimer I'm giving you. But it's boxing all day, all goddamn night. Like it's just
all day, all night.
All night, literally all day, all night. Jamie, big shout out to you, bro. It said Dillian proper playing it low key. Looks like he's in hiding or something. Yeah, he's playing it perfect.
Perfect strategy.
Perfect strategy. He said you guys need to be boxing promoters. Listen, I just want to work underneath one of the promoters. I don't even want all the glamour and the glitz. Give me the checks. Give me the checks. Give me the
I give you the vision.
I give you the vision. Like, give me the media passes and some interviews. And I'm cool. Like, maybe first class fight here and there, but that's You know what I'm saying? Boxing First Vlog with Sky Sports work with Devin Haney.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sky Sports will work with anyone right now.
Yeah. He said, I don't have it on mute. Chris, you are OD for that.
You're crazy.
I have it, bro. I have it on mute. And this is my group.
I know why Chris don't have it on mute, because he can't mute himself. He's the one doing most of the comments.
Yo, Chris be on there going. It be day, night. He just be going. And the thing that's crazy, Toby, about that group? That was actually a group message that I had for a live that we was going to do. And somebody just turned it into a group. Like, I didn't even turn it into a group. Like, they named it and everything. I don't know who. Like, it was crazy.
Probably Conrad.
Probably so. Dan, he said, because you were the biggest spammer there, Chris G.
Bro, he is a spammer, bro.
Yo, UFOs, nah, I don't agree. No one wants to watch Dillian wearing headphones in a press conference.
Not about that, though.
It's not about that. It's the message.
Dillian White needing to win.
It's the message
to the promotion.
And everybody keeps saying, oh, Dylan White. Even, who says it? Maine 215. He keeps saying Dylan White needs to do it because he needs to promote his future fight.
Was Mangan here today? I ain't seen Mangan.
Nah, he said it to me on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. He's
No
like,
rematch clause in the Fury
no,
Fury White fight.
no, there's no rematch clause, but they're saying if Dillian White wins, he needs to promote this fight so his next fight has more publicity.
I ain't paying that crap no mind. I said if he beats Fury, that's all the publicity he needs. Like, period.
It's a fact.
Yeah, I like.
What's more publicity than knocking Fury out?
If he knocks Fury out, nobody's gonna remember what kind of promotion he did for the fight. They're gonna be replaying the knockout.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Conrad, I had to put it on mute to not be woken up by love messages to Benavidez in the night. Yo, Toby, that's so funny because Chris G, that's his favorite fighter, man. He will cry a river, literally, if Benavidez loses a fight. Even if Benavidez get hurt in the fight, he might.
I'm not gonna lie, Chris G. I love Andrade, and I think Andrade's gonna lose to Benavidez. But just for a friendly wager, I'm a bet. Just for a friendly wager, but I think Andrade's gonna lose, not because he's not a good fighter. I just think size-wise, he's just too small.
I think he's too small for
Andrade versus Benavidez.
Yeah, he's too small. He's too small. Conrad, Dillian is not beating Fury. I don't know.
I mean, it all depends on what Fury comes to fight.
Yeah, it depends on what Fury does. It's Fury's fight to lose. It's Fury's fight to lose.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Chris G, I love boxing and everyone cool in there, so I'm gonna keep spamming.
Nice.
You know the thing that's funny? I had to call Chris G. I never spoke to him before in life. I had to call Chris G and console him because that was the first time Kalnacki lost. And he was feeling some type of way about that. Loss. So I had to call him, and I ended up talking to him for like 3 hours. About
these guys with Kalnacki. Kalnacki was never a big fan of him.
And the thing that's crazy,
you like Lucas Brown, bro. I don't understand that.
No, he's a friend. No, sorry. I like Lucas Brown for different reasons for why you like Lucas Brown. Lucas Brown, he's a friend, all right? I met him in Sydney when I was queuing up for a Vietnamese role, and he fantastic, gave all the fucking insights, gave me all the fucking time of day. I support him now throughout all the fucking shit.
I would love to talk to him.
If you can get him on, get him on.
I would love to talk. I would love to talk to him and really just. I really
he just doesn't want to go through the insults, man. That's about it.
Nah.
We'll keep it respectful.
No, listen. Like anybody, we respect, like especially the heavyweights. Oh my god, like it's crazy, but it's kind of. I kind of want to just get into his head a little bit in terms of like when you're going into a fight, you're fighting a Dillian White, you're fighting these guys that are upper echelon guys. Like, where are you at mentally going into the fight? So I would love to talk to him just from like a strategy standpoint. Like, I would love to talk to him. Love to talk to him. Like, I would love to talk to him.
I mean, I don't know if you guys heard recently, he got in a lot of shtick lately because he lost to a rugby player.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but
in the
thing
round.
But the thing is, that's why, like, every fighter has a story going into a fight. Every fighter has a story. Period. I actually want to talk to him about those things.
No offense to Lucas Brown, but he's had one of the biggest fall from graces. A lot of people forget he was a former world champion. He had a world title. He beat Zagayev.
Yes.
So to me, like, he's gone from being a world champion in boxing to where he is now. And in my opinion, it's just a case of, I remember when he was in the UK building up the Dillian White fight, and he literally stayed and got interviewed by every single media person. And he said, the reason why I'm here is because I've been out of the ring for 2 years, and I love the fact that I'm a professional boxer. But he's obviously had a massive fall from grace. I'm just like, how has he dealt with that on a personal level?
I would love to talk. Like, that interview, Toby, that interview would be so dope, bro. Because now Shane don't script anything. I don't script anything. I would actually come into that interview fully scripted.
Yeah,
I would come into that interview fully scripted.
My biggest question will be how he manages his expectations, because you being the best, you being world champion, you must have this aspiration to be the best in the division. And then how does he manage his expectations now? Now where he is right now, what motivates you now? Because I'm assuming before
I would love to talk. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to talk to him because listen, Toby, we had this idea a long time ago, and we'll probably get back into it. Where it was going to be a segment called Tales from the B side. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody talks
I had a different name for it, but I just wanted to go with that name.
What you had? What name you have?
Remember, I was talking about the because you were saying it's not good to call fighters journeymen. So I had a name that was around this.
Oh yeah.
Because I have a book here. 1 second.
Because
this book here, it's about. I don't know if you can see it. It says The Road to Nowhere and a journey through a boxing wasteland. Yeah. So this book's about journey.
And the reason I was like stay away from that word is because you could be everybody plays a B-side in a fight. Like think about it. If I call Floyd and I was like, yo, we want to get you on this segment called Journeyman's blah blah blah, he'd be like, Journeyman, like the fuck? Yeah. Like, but if I come to him and I be like, yo, like I actually want to talk to you about the last time you was on the B side of a fight, which was the Oscar De La Hoya fight, like kind of take us into like he will be more, it'll be more inviting to him to do that. But like we really want to get into like, even if a guy takes a couple losses, I'm like, I want to pick your brain on where you was at prior to the fight, during the fight, where you at now, and literally just talk boxing, like literally talk boxing.
I know, and we're gonna get to the comments in a second. I know you say money, but to me, bro, someone like obviously Lucas Brown's different, but certain fighters who were at the top. Let's say someone like a Derek Chisora, for example, they've made a significant amount of money. You see my point? They've made a significant amount of money, so it can't just be money. You see my point? Because there has to be something else that makes you wake up in the morning every day.
How many losses Lucas Brown got?
Oh, what he had the Dave Allen, he's had Dillian White, he had the controversial win in that small fight. I think it was a 6-rounder.
Yes.
He had the loss to Paul Gallen. That's 4.
I think 6.
I think 4.
I think 4.
So that's the thing.
Oh wait. Might be no, it is 4. It is 4.
It's 4. So and it's crazy because how many losses Chisora have?
12.
He has 12 losses. He has 12 losses, and he's still getting the biggest. He's still getting some of the biggest fights you can get in the heavyweight division. So that would really be the angle I would really be talking to him in, like because I kind of find it fascinating because when you're an athlete. Especially when you reach the heights that he's reached, like actually becoming a champion, you always think you're gonna be up there. So it's like, when you take a couple steps back, like
that's what I'm saying.
What's the mindset? Like, what's the mindset? Especially because I'm not a boxer. So I'm trying to get into the brain of every single boxer out there, like whether they on a high or low, in between. Like, he would be a fascinating person to talk to.
Dudes who were B level, we're not going to call them journeymen. I don't think he was a former world champion, so I won't call him a journeyman. But dudes who have been B level their whole career, they got much better stories to tell. They got so much better stories to tell. Absolutely. As I was saying in that book that I just showed you, there's a dude, he speaks about the fact that they paid him to lose the fight. They paid him to lose the fight.
Bro, I did an interview with somebody and they I never released it. I only released like I think 15 minutes of it because it was going into his fight. And y'all remember Antoine Eccles from back in the day. He was an arch nemesis of Bernard Hopkins. But the guy, I ain't gonna put his name out there, but Shane, you'll know who I'm talking about. If I tell you off camera. But the dude literally was like, Antoine Eccles was trying to get back into the game. And but the commission was like, yo, like he needed to win a fight before they literally gave him like an actual like license to go get like a bigger fight. He literally called this dude and they basically set something up so they could fight, and he would lose the fight so he can get his license to actually get a bigger fight. Bro, it happens, bro. And I did not release it. And that Toby, I could have been, yeah,
controversial.
I could have been controversial. I could have been like, all right, all publicity is good publicity. I could have put that out a week before his fight. They were like, wait a minute, I'm paying a couple dollars to see somebody that admitted that they, like, you understand what I'm saying? So I didn't go there, and I never released the interview. I never released it, but it is a fact. Like, dudes come in and they know they are supposed to lose, and it's bad. Like, it's really, really bad, man. Like, so I'm like, when it comes to boxing, I want to talk to everybody. You got a lot of dudes that just want to talk to the top guys or the top prospects. No, screw all that. I want to talk to the dude. Matter of fact, the guy that told me that story, I think professionally, he's like one in like 19 or like 1 in 20 or something like that. Like, Greg Hackett has a bad professional record, and he is one of my favorites. I will talk to him all day long.
See,
and some of the best. Yeah, go ahead, Toby.
The one person I met who I'm trying to get, who I would really like to interview, is Anthony Mundine.
Oh, bro.
I saw him because, sorry, to give you an understanding, this Vietnamese bakery shop, right? They have huge lines, and you'll see everyone because queue up there, including celebrities, because it's right near the airport. So I've caught Lucas Brown and both Anthony Mundine at that same bakery, and both of them absolute characters. But Anthony Mundine, I think, when you're talking about these people who get to the A-level game and they think they're the greatest, they develop all of the confidence and everything, and then they have that fall from grace. There's one person who I'd love to talk to about that and about what goes through your head and everything. What are your motivations and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
Anthony Mundine would be the one person I'd like to talk about.
And you know what, Toby, just to double down on that, you don't know how much of a benefit that'd be for another fighter to actually hear that.
That is a fact, because we got situations like Wilder right now, who he just come off a loss and he doesn't even know what to do. He's doing soul searching, and he was at the top level. I always reference Prince Nassim Hamid. I think we can all agree that he could have easily continued fighting, easily. But at that point, he just couldn't live with himself knowing that he had lost. Right. This is a man who said God will never make him lose. And he had to deal with the fact that he lost. So, like, there's certain fighters falling from grace. Like, I always use this reference. Looking at the man in the mirror, you don't recognize that man anymore. You literally don't recognize him anymore.
Yeah. The thing that's crazy, Shane, is like, I have guys that I'm cool with that are fighters that went through adversity. You know what I mean? Like, Tree James went through adversity. Like, he literally ended up losing in Philly, and he thought it was the end of the world. And he used to call me and be like, bro, they offering me this fight. I was literally his darn matchmaker on the phone. He would literally call me.
Sometimes in the comments, Toby, but let me tell you one thing about this dude, Tree, before we get into the comments. You see, Tree, I think his first 10 fights or something was all undefeated dudes. I don't know who was doing the matchmaking for this dude. They just put him with he would win a fight, they'd put him with another undefeated dude, then another one. Like, literally, he never fought a dude who's taken a loss before.
Yeah. So it's crazy. And then another dude,
kind of matchmaking that is.
Yeah, and another dude named Antonio Todd, he lost to Kyron Davis on the he lost to Kyron Davis in Philly, and he was like depressed about the loss. He just beat Hugo Centennial Jr. and he's coming off of a couple wins in a row, and just to see guys like climb, that's the ultimate story, man. Like, the guy that falls into the hole and they trying to climb their way out, man. Like, that's the ultimate story. So wanting to talk to Mundine and Lucas Brown and guys like that, I'm like, yo, it's at the end of the day, it's about really giving an outlet to these other fighters that's on the come up. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I had huge respect for Charles Martin climbing his way back up after taking that second round knockout. That's why I have huge respect for, what's the Filipino guy, same division as Inoue?
Nonito Donaire. Oh,
Demir,
he was fighter of the year for me.
Yeah, he's fighter of the year last year.
My God, one of my favorite. One of my favorites.
Bro, you will never find a high like me and Jeff rate Nonito doing it so highly right now. Like, bro, he was fighter of 2021 for me, and I said that like after the 2 wins he just come off with, bro. He's pound for pound top 10 as well. But let me get through these comments. Conrad says, Conrad, why are you calling me out laughing? Has Dylan White left Matchroom? No, he's not left Matchroom. Like League of Nations in here, USA, UK, and Aussie. Bro, it can even get
multicultural.
I can make more calls right now, and we can get more people from different parts of the world in here.
Absolutely.
I mean, we got like 3 different time zones. It's 12:44 for.
Yeah, we get ready to get up off this joint too, and it's like a couple different time zones for real. John Hugh, what do you make of Johnny Fisher?
He sells a lot of tickets.
Absolutely. Now in the ring, that's a different story. But Joe Joyce beats White. What is he doing next?
I don't think
that's a hard one, man.
That's a hard one.
He's kind of outside in the cold right now.
He's in it and he's out of it.
He's out of it.
Next in line, but he's never in line.
But if I'm him, I'll be looking for like a little, not a tune-up fight, but like a good competitive fight that might position him in a good way. You know, maybe
I think a good tune-up fight for him would be like a Junior 5.
Someone like that.
Joseph Parker.
Joseph Parker be a good fight. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a
really
good fight.
I think they were chatting about it, weren't they?
They were for a quick second.
Yeah,
and it just died down. Let me see. Jamie Leroy. If Khan wins and he looks good, he can easily make a few million with Conor. They can build that up hard.
He'll die. He'll be that last big KO. That'll be the last.
Conor Ben will put that guy.
He'll look like Chris Algieri. For real,
man. When I watch that Algieri knockout, every time I watch it, it hurts more.
The footwork, bro. The footwork is what got me. He hit him with the feint, then hit him with the footwork, and just left.
What's so amazing is people always say don't throw the jab on the line. What he does so amazing is he throws the jab on the line to create the space to land the right hand. Literally amazing.
Yep. Yeah. See, it would be great, Shane, to hear you go through some of these fight analytics and like, dude, you know how like in the football they go, oh yeah, he's gonna move.
I used to do that. I used to do that. But copyright will kill me. I used to do that. I'll send you a video that I done where I like me and Jeff. If you you spoke about Sky Sports. Me and Jeff talk about this all the time, but we talk about a lot of subtle things, like things that people don't see. And then, like,
that's important. That's the stuff I love, though, man.
And we can't really get in depth. We can't get in depth because of the copyright stuff, man.
I won't lie. Me and Jeff spoke about for 1.5 hours. We debated about Errol Spence's ability to his front footwork and his ability to cut off and cut distance.
We literally was going back.
We were debating and we were talking about subtleties. Like, trust me, we can actually talk about certain
all day
things of boxing all day.
Whom do you have in the Brooke Khan fight, Jamie? Jamie, he said I'm going with Kell. He said Del Boy's last interview with Coogan, he said he would accept the Wilder fight.
Yeah,
I'd see that. I'd watch that fight.
Yeah, I would definitely watch that fight. Chris G. Actually, no, that's a perfect fight for Wilder too, because he can actually work on some things. He can work on some things in that fight because he know after 4 rounds, Del Boy gonna be shot. He gonna be looking for Gatorade, all types of shit. Chris G. Speaking of Kalnacki, he's trying to fight twice this year. I think Darmani Rock would be a good comeback fight, and maybe Michael Coffey. I like the Darmani Rock fight. I like the Darmani Rock fight. Those are 2 safe fights for him, but he could lose the Coffey. Even with Coffey coming off the losses, he could lose the Coffey. But Kalnacki, I mean, he done, man. Like he done that. The worst thing you can have is not have any type of defense at heavyweight.
Dude, he looks like a gorilla when he fights. He's just like this constantly. And then out of nowhere, if he just gets caught, bang.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Hellenius did to him. So
absolutely.
I mean, that's don't understand how Joe Joyce, Robert Hellenius.
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a good fight.
Yes,
that's a good fight.
2 different
good fight. Good matchmaking. You're right.
But the reason why I say it's not that big of a problem is because Joe Joyce isn't with Eddie Hearn. He's with Frank Warren. Frank Warren don't really have a bad relationship with PBC.
Yeah, but what fights has he made with PBC?
Right, that's the good thing.
That's the good thing. The blank canvas. Blank canvas. Yeah, blank canvas. They can.
But I mean, in all the history, why hasn't he ever made a fight with PBC with one of his fighters?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he has. But you also got to remember, Frank Warren doesn't have a big, like, he's never really had a big fighter where he can give big purse. In fact, one second. No, but PBC wasn't really around at that time.
Yeah, they weren't around at that time.
I would say this though: Willie Monroe, and Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah,
good work. That's a
hey, Conrad, you bugging talking about Wilder and Kalnacki. We don't want Kalnacki to die. Like in the ring. Like, we don't want that. UFOs, LOL, Wilder gas is worse than Del Boy. You are bugging, bro. You are bugging. You know what? Hold on. Listen. I say that, but I'm the same person that said Wilder was tired after the first round in the third fight.
I can explain, dude, the weight that Fury put on Wilder in those second two fights, in the second and third fight.
Yeah.
Wilder came in, so everybody said the same. I was saying the same thing in all the fucking chats and everything. Look at his legs. I don't care how much Wilder was benching there. The fact that his legs were
Can I give you some science? Can I give you some science, Toby?
What?
We had a strength and conditioning trainer on literally directly after the fight. Shout out to Robert Costa. He's Sharon Boots and his strength and conditioning trainer, and he told us that the whole theory of benching more was actually incorrect. And in support of your statement, he said he actually should have been squatting 300 pounds instead of benching 300 pounds.
Yes.
So he was able to break it down in a much more I'm assuming like biomechanically, he was able to break it down better than what I'm saying and how it would have transitioned into a fight. But yeah.
But the thing is, right, is your legs bring you your bounce. And what do they say? They say every time you throw a punch and you miss a punch, it's more energy than if a punch lands on a guard, right?
Yeah.
Facts, right?
That's what he was saying.
Then what you do is you're adding this huge pendulum weight on top of these twig legs, and you're throwing these big miss shots. That's costing you twice as much energy as if you were.
And then the hugging and the leaning and the mourning and the shot.
But how could he have anyone in his team look at his legs and think we need to work on these things because you're going to be carrying 250 odd, pounds of Tyson Fury fatness?
Hey, Toby. And going into the fight, Vlog told us he was going to go in there and think he can wrestle with him because he was 240. And I said, he's a goddamn fool. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
That's why Wilder lost, man. I think if Wilder built his legs, he could be one of the best. No worries.
Yeah,
I don't care if he has no boxing technique, man. I could see him with his harder hitting hands go far. But the thing is that where he loses his power and he loses his ability to even scare his opponents when he starts walking around with no energy, his opponents start jabbing more consistent. That's what happened. Later rounds, it was nothing. Just nothing.
Because Rob Acosta was like, man, I wouldn't have had him at 240. I'd have had him at 220 lean, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? He said, Conrad said, while Kalnacki still has some value, that's the problem. He has no value right now. None. UFOs is Wilder still blaming Fury for cheating. He hasn't said anything. So I'm happy about that.
No, it's good.
Jamie,
he's been considering retiring though.
Yeah. Jamie said only reason Gas is on later rounds is because he throws bombs from round one.
Yeah.
Jamie said that Del Boy Wilder's bench press form was embarrassingly terrible, but that's not what he needed. He needed to be lean, light on his tools, sticking and moving, quick.
He should have had sparring as well. I could have got him
better sparring too, because out there they control the sparring and everything else, man. Like
I personally, if I was in his camp, I would have got him way better sparring. Way better. I could have named
the best sparring partner he had was Hellenius.
Yeah,
that was the best sparring partner.
I would have brought Ivan Ditchko out there. He's 6'9", massive, humongous heavyweight, and he's very slow. He's slow, but he would have been able to lean and use his size on him. But you'd be able to deal with that size. I would have got someone like that, and I would have also got someone who's also fleet of foot. I might have even got a tall cruiserweight. Someone like a Papin or a reactor or someone who's taller who's gonna get him moving his feet, who's quicker, a little bit more coordinated. So I would have got him a bit. I would have got a better sparring partners than that.
I honestly think he picked Lanius because he was white. That's about the closest thing he had.
Facts.
Honestly.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Let me,
that's the only similarity I can see.
No, I agree.
I mean, I would have got Huey Fury. I would have got Huey Fury in there, bro.
Huey would have been perfect, actually.
Yeah.
Huey Fury would have been really a perfect.
No, I actually said Dylan White should have fought Huey Fury instead of Otto Wallin. That would have been perfect preparation for Tyson Fury.
Yeah. Because he'd have knocked Huey Fury in the next week.
But see, I wouldn't want Otto Wallin as a tune-up fight anyways.
It was a chance he'd have lost that fight, too.
Yeah, but Otto Wallin almost lost his last fight, though, against Sokolowski.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but it was a 6-rounder, too, though.
Yeah, that's you can't really take 6 rounders again.
Yeah. Let me run through these last two so we can get up out of here.
I'm a fighter who's on the verge of a world title, I ain't taking no 6 rounders. Because all they need to do is knock me down once, and it's a tough fight for me to win.
Yeah. Let me run through these last two so we can get up out of here, man.
Please, I'm tired.
UFOs, that was funny. Watching Wilder bench press, he was so happy he done it. One lift. Conrad, one can only imagine how good Wilder would have been with a proper training. I think part of that is him. He just wasn't listening either. Like, you got that type of power, it's hard to listen. He said, bro, y'all can't be talking about my Kalnacki like that. That's why I had to call you when he lost, man. You get so emotional, man. Toby, it was great having you on, bro.
Is there any fights in Australia that we need to be going live for? Tim Zoo's coming up. I don't know anyone.
Oh, well, Nikita Zoo, his brother, actually, who's got quite a decent amateur record. Give him a bit of a look at. He's quite good. I think he might have some decent prospects in the future years, but it's quite too soon to say so. Okay. But otherwise, there's not really much fights going on in Australia at this moment. We're still keeping an eye on the UK and the US as we always do. But otherwise than that, we're still producing great boxers. And Tim Tszyu will come and be a champion, and he will.
I believe that.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. For sure.
He's probably the best out of the sons, of the next gen.
Oh yeah.
Tim, for sure, it's for sure. But don't you just love it how all the sons are fighting, though? I love that the family tree. How you have the kids are coming, except for Nico Ali Walsh. It's the only kind of grandson family I think needs to stop fighting.
I need to see the birth certificate before I can.
That little Ali shuffle, man. Oh fuck! I've never been hard.
Yeah, I mean, Conor Ben's coming through. Eubank's been around.
Conor Ben's fantastic. Yeah, Eubank.
You got what's my dude's name? What's my dude's name?
Campbell Hatton.
No, not in the UK, in America.
I guess you got the Mayweathers if you really want to put the biggest name out there for family trees.
Young dude, Jeff, coming through. Your dad used to fight.
You said young dude coming through. Dad used to fight. Oh, you talking about Shane?
No, bro. He's literally one of the bigger names coming through in America right now. I mean, his dad was a big fight as well. I'm trying to remember this dude's name.
I don't know.
I can't even remember. I remember.
You'll remember as soon as we get off. Hey Toby, you want to give anybody your social media, anything before we get up out of here, bro?
No, I'm good, man. I got no social media.
That's for us. That's for us.
For you guys.
Yeah, that's for us, man. Big shout out to Toby, man. Shane, give me your social media so we get up out of here.
I'm Shane, the number one.
Hey, man.
Instagram.
Only on Instagram, man. 2 hours and 33 minutes strong, man. I'm all over the place, man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, G5Jeff TV, website, g5jefftv.com. It was great to have Vlog up in here. Toby is absolutely family for sure, man. We appreciate you jumping on with us, man. But listen, on behalf of the staff, we will be back tomorrow. We'll be talking about, I don't know, but we're going to figure that shit out before we get up in here. So on behalf of the staff, we'll see y'all tomorrow.